Well, good evening, Abusia. For Jasu Jumediani live on OK 101.7 FM. Munim see was Ship House, Ewo Abeka Junction here, broadcasting all over across the world. Baby, and the program everywhere. So, you know, Abema Paul Boatin, Ubi no security, political analyst, Ubi very a long, stretch of experience in politics or from President Rawlings' time in ABC Neo Aye Eduma. And then I was here near Abema hopes in our church and come because and Anaka on the schedule, no, and can was say Alan Chairman launching a big GTP project, and but for some reason, I'm going to reschedule another time. So I'll be giving you an update on that. Titi Davi, thank you so much. You were the first person to join us live on OKFM, and then NASPA Radio, Airwall, UK Brochimemo, High Live Radio, America, Kings Jersey Radio, and so Peke Live America Brochimemo, and Adafopa Media, so Belgium, France here live. We got 2 FM, so me for us to see they will not be left out of this whole conversation about Ghana. But 2024 elections, the road to 2024, are you serious? And you grow. Wouldn't see it, yeah, but now, you can't someone. Ne do not send a message, no mood, dear terminal. They imagine no form. NDC, National Democratic Congress. Monday, I said, I sent NDC 40 and they picked it. The thing I told NDC from Monday, and they say, NDC for more money now. Now, I'm showdown. No more for money, no more push Professor Jena no Pokwadman. I did change and I'm sending a press statement. Say, Professor Jena no Pokwadman is meeting all media personnel, any other people, any other person engage on them to suspect. That's it. Moye Juma. Let her go on the ground. Near who say yes or yeah, Juma number 2. Mr. Kawahanum say Monday say. NDC my who campaign team. Now I'm on father that only been and one of the reasons why I can't say me catch him say NDC the NPP for area with Canada Japan mako panichawa ma Canada Japan ababa no no mugusu na mo parliament chairman cho say doesn't matter e ka awabo Alan should come here no NDC for should do the same thing. What if say no so NDC for here asem na me can Monday no they actually NDC for release a whole list of our campaign team. This is the national campaign team for 2024 elections, said the NDC for Ben. Again, Michelle say NDC for Omodi Adada. NDC for the old gas, maybe on my being, and your old gas, be a old gas, maybe on my being or more experience in politics, or more on my than what you can, a priansa, or Munaka home. Room, Japan, be in Japan, one of the people under President Kufuor Abayan. Or solidify President Kufuor Juma in terms of communication. Until last minute, President Kufuor back on 2006, echo 2007, and I must say, now, you can make a free order like a story. Some of the issues in the NPP government, Papa Crown of the National Security Minister, and more assembly in Abai, but as a politician, if you look at his track record, he's one of the solid people in NPP. So I told NDC, say, NDC communication, NDC national campaign team, no more, Omako father that phone be home. Professor Joshua Labika home. Last Monday, member who the NDC for the who the campaign team, no, and to show you, say, NDC campaign, they mean business. But I will also show you, baby, NDC campaign team, no selection, no, or mutosing. I'll show you. Meaning I'm going forward into 2024 election because see me catch him said this is diagro na omo want to say omo we need that they are in a comfortable leader at the FMA or more time. It will shock them. This election way nobody is leaving any host a bag. Now people falling about me no campaign or more use on the set. So omo say about me already be that. In fact, Kremoni be made sa kind of because Lima no ye Kremoni, Lima no a Christian. And to a gonna say this one, more yet Baumia campaign it is all your position in Oba, Nibi be and that's a very dangerous strategy. So the thing I was telling NDC is say Munina Honamo fan one. Munim Naman a foot or not. Where ye a first a seven get the mammo. Say Mamu Yam who said Mo winnie yet, Namo bet your post. Dear for bail time. Mekayam, I'm a couple, but as a moment, ladies, a bear and a personally show appeal, so just approach people like that. Now, in the kitchen cabinet in Po, I'm a bit in a footwork. NDC, they listen to part of it. Advice me now. Which is why I will a full soldier or so more when he down now who say, Sebi or Sebi Bruce and Prediasa. Something I'm better not social media, I'm okay, can I move dear them? Anything I can say who says after taking them what? They know. So to win this election, they need NPP for be floating voters to vote for them. In fact, make sure I'm on say, party be anyone more no to me we need that. Never. NPC can never win. I told you people. NPP for one can never win. Party biabe winning elections and they need a bit of from other side to join them to win the election. There is no way that one party may win any possible. And this is what NDC is doing. This is what NDC is doing. So I will show you what makes NPP for no campaign team very solid. They are not joking. Because if you bring all these old people, Damboche, well, this is a man who has led NPP to bear 8 elections. over 12 by-elections. The kind of strategy is a good tribunal. In fact, Damboche bet me and name party constituency executive there from Sabulugu Besi Accra. That somebody who has that kind of institutional memory, somebody who has that kind of political knowledge, somebody who has that kind of political strategy. And I honest on Kasa Washeda. Knowledge in the political wisdom, the experience, a good tribunal. So I was the good former, including Buga NDC Bedantem. NDC Bedantem. But this is exactly what they did to NDC in 2016. When even NDC thought that, oh no, my idea, Professor Nelson Koya or mobile short time. NDC to me a campaign more winning. One of the Damboche the NDC. They lost for 1 million extra votes. Such a group of people say more year campaigner Tobo Nyabotre. You do not face such an experienced team with a team. And this is what I was advising President Mahama say. Who team no it appears say and crown man telling Maba one they do in check. And I'm not telling Maba knowledge, exuberance. But one thing a man telling Maba what don't have is experience. I do baby a experience the idea Bugabgano. And yet they don't know, and then you giddy, and then you exuberance. And that is what was lacking in President Mahama team. Make sorry, and team Mama, I could select Maba as campaign. Whatever national campaign team. This is a letter that was after extensive consultation. This is NDC. After extensive consultation and deliberations, the Functional Executive Committee of the NDC at its meeting held on Tuesday, 18th June 2024. Just said no, yeah, make a Monday. And no meeting, constituted of the national campaign team that will prosecute the party's 2024 presidential and parliamentary campaigns. So this is the campaign team, and the campaign team will comprise of 1, Fifi Kwete, a general secretary is being a national coordinator, Dr. Joseph Yamin, national organizer, Monday, Yamin, why is it that Yamin is from one of the biggest constituencies in Ghana? If that is not even the biggest constituency in Ghana, Yamin is from Ashanti region. NDC votes in Ashanti region 27%. NPP cannot even boast of 27% in voter region. But NDC manages to get 27% in Ashanti region. If NDC can get 35% in Ashanti region election, we hands down. Not NPP for more. But there's a reason why NPP is not sleeping. They know, say Ashanti region, your own constituency. To a man broadcasting banner found, they will make sure, say, NDC will not make this 27, no crime, no last election. This is what NPP is doing. It's from registration all the way today. NPP for now broadcasting banner Ashanti region say, NPP, NDC for them be. And I was asking NDC, someone for Ashanti region for and play key role in your constituency because all the northern region about Miano Bechichum. If Baumia, possibly Baumia Kwabenya more than NDC. Because this is the first time they have a candidate who is a Muslim. But northern regions, most of them are Muslims. Zongo communities and what urban areas, Ashanti region, Greater Accra, the eastern region, most of the people in the Zongo areas, no doubt. And for what in my research, you will come here and come and explain. It's NDC a robust team. And some of my team are Bibia. You see, because they say, 2028 elections and 2024 elections that year can. We are looking at party outbar. You can implement some kind of transformational policy. But we haven't gotten there. Now we are in the end of President Akufo-Addo Abai, which has served 8 years. So our whole job, listen, why not be back? Or what the best intentions, but just not just the best intention, because our intention at the papa, not on the ground. When to me, I find the papa and demand seriously, the intention is zero for us. What will intention do to us? It's young three about not young quiet a jumano. Into I mean, two, Omafa Richard Kwashiga, wouldn't Richard Kwashiga, yeah, Ketu, Keta MP. Or an experienced person that even in terms of communication, I have even not understood why that as a Sami Jim Finkwana or your communication now, Richard Kwashigamoni that for you almost in Chay. So I'm happy about this or Mudomina about Beshishim. Then Chief Hamilton and next in Bini. Chief Bini, yeah. And this is what Tanaman if you could to Majawa. Ghana Kwani baby. Politics. American Democrat for Republicans. Republicans were Democrats. UK, where you conservative or worry labor. When you not tell us again, and you didn't know form. Say the politics I am obedient in the cry Koguno. And say Chibani, say on who so NDC pure. NDC one among the quaint, say Chibani or NDC pure national campaign team. He's the deputy campaign coordinator in charge of special operations, still in charge of special operations. And one of the key allegations are now NDC for making against Chief Biden again because he had general form, and yes, Sebi a bloom crack and Kratisema. And then Obi and the politics, they cannot separate their politics from marriage. Almost Chief Biden cannot be trusted in terms of strategy. And to be a junior on the Fabian and Yereba could discuss it. Yet they are joining a party. Honey, I mean, it's sad. By that NDC for soldiers team in general form. That's what they did. Say, more NDC for soldiers. You people have succeeded in collapsing Chief Biden near Fiakotawadia. Some of the money, so Munfa, Munko Waino. Aye, Momonkonamko Waino. That's just by the way. It's Chief Biden is in charge of special operations. Like they say, the NDC for by this. By this appointment, we're quite and penny for the NDC mono. Almost supporting the food soldiers. Because they almost supporting a way of what Jan and Mama special operations. Or one if you are Kotono. Mama, even from member Juma Crow, your party, Mukomo committee, Cromo French Binding. Oja already. Mama, a national campaign in charge of special operations into the non to change. Sammy Defi, a national communication officer, and in a position that George Opariado, national youth organizer, and also national campaign team, no lawyer can say. Dr. Louisa, women organizer, you also can hold that. Dr. Louisa, Dr. Bisu, cry a woman, Dr. Bisu, I was so my home vimino because all day, Anna Benua do a Juma or yeah for NDC. I to even Anita the Soswa. Now, Dr. Louisa, Abafon, and Dr. Anabisu, my home vimino. And you have them, then they say, oh, no. In terms of strategy, the women are a very big constancy. They said, so for the first time, NDC, you have a female running mate. Even managing the running mates, to organize a man to push no cry and say, papa. And also, Dr. Bisu, also a young Waduma. And I have a large younger, National Zongo Caucus coordinator. I want to see because Zongo need about me. NDC must not joke. Zongo no about me, take a lead. And Zongo coordinator must do double the work. Professor Joshua Labi Obianim see a parachikia. He is comparable to Dambotenum, but they whatever Jumanim, he understands a Jumana Omoye. Obi Busa Richard and Ketia Busa by NDC for Sakio for some performance. I'll show you me and a man in the Metzna and Channel say. Boys, you know, more Mahama Chino. I said that over some performing Crophobium from Consac. I tell Mahama, Pamon Pennyphone on the bois. Mahama Nina, Mapamo, Mahama Nepo, Wakofo Muninaba, Tobo, and my main show, signing Manina. It's Dr. Professor Joshua Labise, our campaign team, Joyce Bawa Montari, only a spokesperson for the Flag Bearers campaign. I've told you one of the most strategic communicators. NDC Kuta, NDC Cromian, Joyce Bawa Montari assets. She's a very good woman. Onim said it. And one of the things in politics is not just about understanding politics, it's also about understanding interaction. We need networking. Now, food soldiers now, yeah, no more, yeah, me fire, but Mosana Motiet. Full soldiers, Mumu networking, no. Joyce Bar Muntari, one of the people like Sam Hamanakasa. And then my friends and NPP for NDC for. That is how you build bridges. Yeah, politics in Kontoko, just a wow, yeah, John. Politics here building bridges across board. Go to the Mochina, the Obeyano. Or to the NDC, not about NPP. In fact, NDC former deputy director of communication, your friend, Kakre Samoa was once a founding member of NPP, and Kakre Samoa NDC. Politics, Yendiatam, politics, and Pamon Crawford, we are number Biaupe, Kakre Samoa, Generation X for Amuno. Go and Google who is Kakre Samoa. Now, 1996, Sabra and Joy FM crossfire. First, Dr. Tonyadu on one side, Do Ajaho on one side. That is why you say that this is politics. Those days no be to me Kasana Kakre Samoa was working with Nanado. And yeah, the Kakre Samoa and Nanado right hand man or NDC ni. Mini Abama Sam can crunchy. Why NPP ni back and crunchy was once upon a time NDC. Don't mess with it. Politics, a permanent interest, not permanent friends. And did it attempt across the Uni bought across the capital by you. Unim do share a free anchor Baba Jama and Dr. Mane Boama, even though could you black one your more University of Ghana. Number only a student politicians here. No, we are slightly NPP and no, we are NDC. Politics and Pamuni Pao. You need everybody who need that one vote to make young. And that is what the politicians that was don't know. But more and more from you don't know. See, remember, it's said don't get there. So you have Joyce Bawa Muntari, you have Beatrice Annan, your deputy spokesperson for the Flag Bearers campaign. Fifi Kwete, Alex Segbefia, no, a health minister and the NDC. So on here, head of the running mates campaign team. And they have running mates campaign team. And then they have national President Mahamaso campaign team. This is what NPP for because running mates until we don't know a horse to the Ombeye. But what NPP has done is they have one uniform campaign team. I think that's also strategic. They have one uniform campaign team. And that's a strategy. But NDC also can be very strategic because that means you are giving a focus attention to particular areas. Into will be only in charge of running mate campaign. Or you're in charge of presidential campaign. Because normally, between the running mates and presidential, and sometimes, attention to me could be presidential and running mate is struggling. Into what NDC is doing, can be a very, very smart strategic thing to do. But NPP for the also can be also very smart and strategic. So you have Alex Segbefia for running mate campaign to James Ejenim Boateng, and so your media near our chair you don't know so much about media no than James. James Suobia Ononi Atanfo. That's one thing about James Ejenim Boateng. Oni Atanfo, I think James is even more experienced than Sami Jefi. But this one, James Ejenim Boateng will give him that Sami Jefi Krabum. They are both lawyers too, very experienced. James Ejenim Boateng first running mate campaign and other members of the national campaign team, Richard Anamo, a representative NDC professional forum. NDC, so you see, and I like NDC learning from NPP. Where the NDC from where we are from NPP, because NPP for 2016 election, and I'm going to professionals for change. I'm going to P for CEOs. NDC who said that move was very strategic. Into NDC for Korea, into a NDC professional forum. And no more the other no Richard and that is very good because NDC over the years because NDC if we get that form AFRC PNDC and no mobile NDC is disconnected from first professionals middle class support. So this move by NDC to go back to professionals and I think it's a very good move. Although I'm a copy from NPP for Shine gave a rep for Kedes front. Oh Monday no so make I say Kedes Mahama Pamo Kedes because on confide the concern actually and also Mahama and the Kedes assign BMT Shine and in charge of a friend Kedes. Dr. Nasiri Shahaku and so a campaign UTV and then I honor I any program. Obobi Ami Yaba Obobi Adakupokuna radio good for many years, one of the very experienced, very most affable media people. Obobia, how she deals with everyone. Media people, you love it. On all the relationship, no, they building them. Onimo bia, Obobia to say minuya. That's what Obobia is bringing to NDC. The network and the relationship she's built over the years. Our political value, and that's what she's bringing to the table for NDC. Mary Ewusi, so can national team no shall work under the guidance of the campaign steering committee. Now, campaign steering committee, Dr. Ato Forcing, Right Honorable Do Ajawu and Omuwom, and then Alaji Hudu Yami cannot man the NDC for Fanaba. Dr. Totobi Kwachi, I mentioned Dr. Totobi Kwachi said, Mahama Nim the Yamana, Uncle Fanimra, Fanaba. Some of us want for Brasami photo, National Steering Committee, no, Mahama Fanaba. Missing what say Mahama drink against Brasami photo, Fanaba. Dr. Dufour, me cannot say Monday, Mahama Fanaba. Betty Modi Drisu, me Bonidi Monday, these are all cadres from Rollins Sitam, Fanaba. Julius Debra, Almighty Julius Debra. You see, one of the key assets at this secret there, how resourceful Julius Debra is. Julius Debra Bowa, now for me say, Julius Debra and Quanti, NPP 4 can vote for NDC. Julius Debra, that is how the guy built. Oh yeah, a chief of staff, you know. Near Julius Debra, the Google form of building a relationship strategy. Peter Andrews don't consider if you are giving too much stop. Why? Major, for what him, how come about upon more? Oh, Minyanka now more. Oh, what I said, no, Julius Debra is part of the team. Then you have Marita Bruopon, one of the most resourceful, experienced people Ghana has ever developed. But Manuwe, Marita Bruopon, Manuwe was a attorney general, solid attorney general. What being raw, very. I someone. I wanted Manuwe to be Mohammed's running mate. Marita Bruopon, I wanted this woman to be Mohammed's running mate. Me Professor J. Nano Pokwad Asempa. She's soft, she's kind, she's very experienced, but I prefer Marita Bruopon, and it has nothing to do with Professor J. Nano Opokuajima because she's very good. Dr. Valerie Sawyer, no, your finance minister, and the Mahama Okan, you're a Sampi, no, your ambassador, Okan, a steering committee, no, Alaji, Alhassan, Elishi, or also Ligui, or also Kan, national campaign. So the national campaign team and the steering committee team shall work under the leadership of the flag bearer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and report to the functional and national executive committee of the party in the discharge of their duties. And this is signed by Fifi Kwete, General Secretary. So this is NDC. The problem I have with this team, I like the fact that the issue I have, I told you, our NDC campaign team, no, and I said, Ashanti region, where you Ashanti region films. They said the only person, our the entire campaign team, no more, how few Ashanti region pay Yami. You don't joke with Ashanti region. I guess that 27% Munyo. Yami Kwan cannot deliver Ashanti region to you. NDC was your policy. They say they didn't want the parliamentary candidates to be part of the campaign team. But Master, whether you like it or not, you need the parliamentary candidates in the campaign team. You need Harun Edrisu. You need a friend, Muntaka. Yami Nkwa Ashanti region, you're so big. You need them in the campaign team. Because once I want them now, 27% na wunya. 27% is more than the wunya of the whole water region, combined with the wunya of the whole eastern region. So eastern region, water region, kwa vote and this wunya no. Something in 27% no kwa meneno. So you are playing with fire, NDC. You are playing with fire. Yami Nkwa cannot deliver this. More shoot in the foot by not adding Harun Edrisu and not adding first Rashid Purple. Where is Rashid Purple? Why is Rashid Purple not in this? I don't know Rashid Purple. Most sidelining Rashid Purple. Most sidelining Rashid Purple. But maybe even Rashid Purple Nanche because I know a crashing. But I think that in terms of strategy, you need Rashid Purple. But you cannot play and ignore Ashanti region. Because I can't here and can this 24-hour economy work no man Ashanti region. You people know how crucial Ashanti region is, and you are trying to remind Ashanti Fuano back. Say, Niamoya Omono, which is Muye Kegetia, Niama Muya project, Amuya constituency. Muntaka constituency is one of the constituencies in the city or Muye Rose in asphalt or Muntaka. So why is Muntaka not in this constituency? In fact, Muntaka constituency delivers one of the biggest votes for NDC. You are shooting yourself in the foot. They are making no Monday, no Mama tell you when TB. These small boys now rolling to 2 or say babies with sharp teeth. No, say Muntakane a year first. How they do so at Mahamano. Or my say how they do to presidential ambition. How they do not cover presidential ambition about to know. A young conform who need history and then a background so a bang. A human obey me a year. Or ye dagboni. What the he can do it. He has the ethnic balance, no combination. No, he can do it. Haruna Iddrisu was a National Union of Ghana students leader. While building student leadership, no, he can do it. And we all time Haruna Iddrisu now for national executive national campaign team. A wrong move. Muntaka actually was tech and son obey MP. I remember by election Muntaka winning your debate MP in Aswase. Muntaka not try what tech. And such a person was student followers. Students are watching my in iron and crop for that. Or say you will be or yakesia or region. Why are you bringing an obi krabusano? Why are you bringing a Muntaka? William Abuachi say if you are married, we see it's also from Ashanti region, but they can't do anything over there. NPP is solid in Ashanti. Where Maria was in your me penat and pie by any classmate Muntaka. Hey, Mbacho. Muntaka, oh, your big fishes or Ashanti region. Massa, do you obey to me? I know. And I said, what Muntaka alone can do? I think NDC got it wrong. They need to come back again. And see, Dr. Dufo, so well, see somebody say Dr. Dufo every year. Dr. Dufo, yeah, or be on the boots on the ground campaign. Dr. Dufo, your national person. Dr. Dufo, or your national. Why your Bank of Ghana, Juma? And see, Dr. Dufo, on the strength, is more in a national level. May can be or your boots on the ground in Ashanti region. How bet me increase vote, from 27% all the way to 35%. Remember NDC to me 50 plus 1. I want to make answer no. And I make answer no. And this is what we are heading towards. And we will see how when you know. Well, NDC don't take your decision away. So we'll see how this will play out in the national campaign discourse. No, but let me just make it problem. Because he for what no NDC Mokrans and Sami Jemfine and Kofa Mudi Maria was in idea mobile joining NDC. For what was there? This time no only Rollins mo why you mama and do time no more funka games. Time no more funka games. No more. It's no. And no Mbeka Wasem. Obi say tribalism. When you tribalism, Ghana, the biggest constituency. NDC and NPP for me vote. Ashanti region count. NDC won in Greater Accra region in 2020. NPP for winning Greater Accra region in 2026 and 2016. NPP won in 2020. NDC for winning Greater Accra region. Not GF NPP for them. In 2016 and 2020, NDC for vote margin of Ashanti region has been increasing since 2012. Every election year, NDC for vote Ashanti region. We are not tribalism. We are showing you how our game it here. Now, more bet my bet in it. Yeah, I'm maybe I say it's a game book. Go and read the numbers. The numbers are there. If you do the regional breakdown of all the votes, no now you can see say NDC to me increase Ashanti region vote from 27% to 35%. NDC will go to the national level. That is why Ashanti region has become one of the king-making regions. Very strategic. Because NPP for the Obianim so but for NDC in Ashanti region is very strategic. That is why I was happy say na Kofi Boakye last time we call showdown walk first 24-hour walk na Kofi Boakye. I thought NDC should pull Kofi Boakye more to the national level because Kofi Boakye say a retired police officer, he can do any politics that he wants, so they should move him. But NDC is losing the Ashanti region. They are losing the Ashanti region area, but that is NDC issue. NPP for them say almost strategy or more running is so much for opposition or more by dangerous, very dangerous. Baomiani and Crawford are very strategic, and what Baomiani and Crawford are doing, they say Baomia or another phone. My Nana Janto, they say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, aka Nana Janto, or Frank for Power Mocho doing one-on-one. That strategy, coupled with the team, no Kutana. How am I blending at for any young people in Nadu would deba Omia grow with the Zongo community? No, say Chief Imam Faba Omia Shaniyam as the back. What father Shaniyam as the back, and Chief Imam Kokasaba Akope. Where we are. It is very careful playing with fire now omu play no the elections. So it's not a done deal. Say they say Nketia can. They say Nketia is one of the most experienced politicians Ghana has ever produced. Or see, NDC is behaving behaving as if someone we near any HH position. What the Sako any campaign to mobile. This is the strategy NDC called campaign team. Campaign and elections in the last election 2016. The year say Sini. Time press conference 3:45 a.m. They are winning. They are in a comfortable lead. They were in a comfortable lead to read. And you have to study what NPP is doing. Who NDC say if you can even break NPP for Alexa, you have to study what they are doing. My boys now, last Monday, me catch him saying NDC must use more use of Bobby. Mofa Abeku Santana can more use Abeku. More summarize Abeku Santana film. More Abeku Santana film. So I told you people, say a very dangerous Abeku a lot of experience in political, even marketing generally, advertising. Abeku a lot of experience there. But NDC for the baby woman. Abeku say. Time no more opposition in Abeku and one bamo. Or no, you ready admitting and then on Konye. Are you ready admitting then on Konye? It is the time you need the services of Abeku. And if you call Abeku back. So you need to bring Abeku to come and manage all NDC adverts. The Amoya and Anamako fan for Moya advert. Hey, the big cockroach and work this time. It won't work. And work this time. It be cockroach and Kakaya fan to Abba. A strategy ready to Abba. Mabu me funko for this time. Go and bring back Abeku. Mati committee. Mudama Fani can as a consultant. Mofa Abeku can as an external consultant. Nimdiana work in advertising. Let him help you. Munim Namosan by the big cockroach. Say about because the big Yamfan Yajuma. Yamfan Yajuma. Let the Baomian and crop for the Yano. How Moya one-on-one, room to room, door to door, no, and utilize that so that you can think ahead of him. Before Baomia bedroom, before bedroom on my year, you can neutralize Baomia the for the because Baomia Mahama candidate and a phenomenal and a historical. Micham that's Omunina, they have never been Omun tuning. That is the first time we've had presidential candidates the same area. Into Omunya Chembe was so. This is the first time too that we've had people Omunina with the same demeanor. Omunina Yamrantie. Omunina just almost the same personality. Mama just beautiful, perfect human relations. Otini passing, Oninipa interaction perfect. The same way about me to say Otini passing, Oninipa interacting. So what you say? And see that kind of Subano, Obia will be everybody have the same advantages. Into going into an election with people who have the similar characteristics, it will be very difficult for voters to share. And one of other additives say, where you Kreboni, where you Christian, because that you know in Ghana, religion play a key role. And that is why under fourth public with the exception of President Rawlings is a annual beer. The time now not urban. It wasn't even material about the Kreboni and not the Christoni. Because at the time, President Rawlings was so popular. And we were coming from an era where President Rawlings, nobody had the balls to even challenge President Rawlings to say, I don't know one for be office name. It's President Rawlings said the first running mate at Tamil of his central region, the two of them were all Southlands. Nobody had the balls to go and question President Rawlings. In fact, President Rawlings said at Tamils on your swear declaration. He didn't ask anybody. And then NPP vote saying I'm watching your lobbying radio say Baomia Napo Nebeko, Educhum Nebeko, Natoshi Nebeko, Ifremo Pai Nebeko, they don't even know. At the time, President Rawlings said, no, of course, radio declaration, oh, yeah, Tamils. Oh, no, they are Tamils and by us running mate. But you see, and we all have a choice. Ghana need the NPP Nikra or your stakeholder in NDC. Because it is the candidature of NDC, is the quality of campaign on the quality of election we have, and the quality of leadership. Because Nipano, not that Nakonaswa, and another two way, NDC for Antoine will be a 11 man. And it doesn't matter whether would the NDC, NPP, now NPP, once the person has been appointed, elected, sworn in as the president of the Republic of Ghana, or anybody our president, and for that matter, a campaign, or be a stakeholder. And that's why we are all citizens of Ghana. Ghana Constitution, they say, you must be 80 years and above and of sound mind. That makes you automatic stakeholder. We are Ghana, 80 years and above, we are stakeholder. What I say? We are stakeholder. We are stakeholder, Dada. And that is why, man, me feel say NDC needs Obiti Beku Santana to come and join and help them in the advertising sector. No, but that is just I mean, found comedy media but just a brief one on a demonstration and annual course on or they say sale of hotels. No, Senate issue. No, me I've already fingered to you. Say one of the key things that what's a Ghana you do you discuss it. Baby, what's a channel energy money corner. TUC are on the board of Smith. And the BIS or the pension seeker, a Sulia, board Bia and nationality company Jumano, or we imagine somebody Ghana pension seeker on Baya Bonia. It is the board of TUC that runs a TUC. They are supposed to be the checks and balances on the officers, on the managers of Smith. And for that matter, the managers of pension seeker. And the board now more on your TUC members or because you say workers pension and a TUC a slate of washers so. And the TUC for a so but nobody is questioning TUC. Obi but TUC for are present on the board to check about excesses. To check about excesses. It is somebody who has paid me pension, my slate contribution for over 20 years. It bothers me, pa, that we are not checking the slate board. Who are the members on the slate? TUC for members, let us name and shame. And in any case, you see, me, I've already told you, say, me, your town hotel shares at the Maganania. I prefer that than say a town hotel shares at the Amachinani. Yet you are moving pick. Wouldn't say Ambassador Hotel, it was a Ghanaian hotel. Your town moving pick a mabro for a yomodia. Moving pick. Your town mabrofu. Abrofuni a yomodia. I think Continental Hotel can you run a private person, the prince, Prince Tibudako, meaning a tetema to a prince, and also to say China for a manager. Galam say, and yana China for Abe take over. Yeah, oil our Ghana, China for ne, Abrofun Abe for Moody Skena Mukrum. Yeah, gold over 100 years in all our gold, Abrofu and Ebefa. Yeah, demonstration till. More demonstration. I like that fact that young citizens we must be able to demonstrate. It's a vital ingredient that was given to us because of democracy, you know. Because you have the right to demonstrate. And the politicians will walk over us. It is good that you are demonstrating, but me say, you go do not abroad for the corner. You demonstrate you. Yeah. Box side you cry. Now we are my Ibrahim. Yes, it be. Man, we see the idea by the time for assembly because NPP buy the Eston Cubic, the box site man Ibrahim as representative of Eston Cubic, you have a katayo. Yen ya criticize this identity. Any idea Ibrahim. Meanwhile, you had Ibrahim or Ghanani. If I saw Ibrahim Benyabia to be here, it will be here. It will be here. But we prefer to come China. Yet why you the Eston Cubic box site now? You the Akoma Sino Hydro, a Chinese company. You demonstration. You the hotel in Magana in Banachapel, a Rock City, and saying you're gonna phone Ghana yet maho. Sikabio Benyabia Ghana. So me, I prefer me as long as a transaction or mobile a free a clear, no conflict of interest, no corruption, no move follow at the end to the letter. I prefer see a benya more Dangotes in Ghana. Mr. Rollins buy from Rollins years. And can you start to call that como BMS Siam Brewery ABC a brewery when you are crazy and saying Siam on Anadia. Yam Papa and Gia Jumana and Shanisam can and Kia Dangote for 20 and 50 crowd Ghana. Let us create Dangote for Ewa and Ibrahim Jata Cement a Ghana and a Sikani and I go. Ibrahim Kofasika Bian Fan Quabruchi. The money is here. On the plan for Tobia Bagana Hanama Beyedma. Let us learn to give our businesses to Ghanaians. Never see a bear abroad any day, not corruption. See one time, 419 Bukata, near Bejama Ghana needed. No, that one I won't support it. But yeah, I didn't clean. Yeah, Jim Ghana new obey you many be. Come on, money to me, I'll support the Omode Mabane Champ any day, anytime. How on your Ghana? On your Ghana? Sikarabeka Ghana for Benyajuma, or Rock City, and go for a do a fence, a cocoa, a bread sunny in your hotels. Yeah, bread and sunny in your hotels, and then I don't my view. It's me, my suggestion to Smith was that mobile ya and your moon chichem seconds on Alisa hotel seconds there. Yenim Ghana for only a hotels hotel equal school equal to friend secra. One from seconds and one chama Ghanaian hoteliers. Because holiday in yaton my China for holiday in yes yaton I'm a China for NPP. China ni be wia onye sika na afiso na the code from China. Are we serious? Na Ghana amanti ane maba we are supporting this. We must support Ghanaian Dangotes, Ghanaian business. What am I my boss, Dr. Sekwame, that's right. I can mom said and cover running hotels. Mom met or Sekwame, that's right. No crime politics for now. We need to on pet a brown dawson. Ghana need the third year obey Jumama Faswabaso. We want to run the person down. All this idea where Okuja Blackwa Yena. If genuinely Okuja Blackwa is doing it because you're protecting Ghana public purse, I support Okuja Blackwa any day. Because I know and could be a humpo say 3 to 4 years. In fact, 3 years to 4 or more about so man can't say hotels and crime. You are considering selling it. Man can't try that. And I understand it. Some society negotiation, you cannot buy a champ, cannot your minister. No, your minister. And so much said, but I respect Okuja Black. I like it because we say, I can't take that. In fact, she said, can you who that there is for 2 to 4 or more board now. Some conum tea, I know my corda said, no maconda. Nobody told us anything. But see about one man. No, they operate to hotel no Ghana. No, Juma Baba Ghana. Now, I'm the same boys we are demonstrating. You are the same people who say you many. And the operating hotels about Juma Ghana because you come to China near management to 40 in our Moka for China for to come and manage it. TDA. Labadi beat until recently, Ghana never take you over management. And what's me a generated dividends of about 25 million no sahin. I brought and manage hotels. No can want to be managing. I brought and manage hotel no. Beach hotel no. I brought and manage for years. Yeah, and demonstrated for years. A Bushia Beach resort near there. I brought the management. That's almost. In fact, Ghana Telecom, you cry at my brother. Wouldn't say yes, one touch. Even before cry by one touch. And that president only get two Malaysians. Malaysia for business contract. TV3. Yeah, two Malaysians. And they Ghana for them manage your baby on TV3 do. Yeah, TV3 the Malaysia for Gamma films. Yeah, two Malaysia for Ombeguno. Yeah, two Malaysia for Ombeguno. And the me more examples when you have to show you say, yeah, farmer Ghana ni. Yeah, the man no managing your budget. Man, can you say your term and shares near the man? Yeah, the shares the man near the conditions account performance indicators. When to me managing here in the first 5, 6, 7 years, your budget. Yeah, the man another Ghanaian. We must be intentional about creating Dangotes. Nigeria for protecting Dangote. In fact, Nigeria for Omudria and more local rice. No, wouldn't say Nigeria banning foreign rice. Nigeria imported a long grain rice in Nigeria. We must be intentional. Nigeria for blocking foreigners from doing that business. We must be intentional. By saying America say NPP for na etu omopoma ebu abo and omo the idea brand champion because of NPP because time my NDC na omo sign Eston Cubic. Mahama Abekono, no, in fact, they started the negotiation long before Mahama Abeko. But Mahama Abekono, that time, not so movie negotiations. Movie negotiation, Mahama executed at the end of the month, Eston Cubic, represented by Ibrahim Mahama. Before she had that vilify Ibrahim Mahama, and Yamama, the Amaninia, and what box at Amaninia, as if Ibrahim Mahama Yaganini, as if Ibrahim Mahama of Burkina, as if Ibrahim Mahama Niger. As if Ibrahim Mahama of Liberia. But Ibrahim Mahama was a Ghanaian. And it's like they have gone through all the process 4 years. Now finally, we are near the Adiana Eston Cubic and before. Oh, I buy a debo technology. I see I'm from mobile. The ship by money. I don't ship by a champo tribunal. Before I buy no more ball Ibrahim Mahama. I don't know more ship by a champo tribunal. So he's just collateral damage. Omo de asua no so kwa. Enya no. Okay, and then I know me Ibrahim Mahama what Ibrahim champo yi ase na say wo. on my young yet. Wouldn't him say, Brahim, Mama, your gun and me. Yeah, the box side now, or 2 box side now. Ne bank account in a Ghana. In fact, circle disaster and see I watch the Brahim Mama na didn't excavate and obey free one to Ghana way. Free one to Ghana way. You see, but you are doing this against Brian Champion because more NPP for more attack. Ibrahim, I'm not the command China. Between China and near about your box site. And Ibrahim, or your bona fide Ghanaian citizen, a son of the land. Why necessary the box site, man? As well. Abroni be yen abano utu yase utu bo about dying about so and they buy NPP for so but you see is asset ade ani okunye to black wade no ma target Brian Champ oni baby if NPP bo NPP for na kasa bi nim se Brian Champ vice president no betimi edi na so want to me this one no cra 2028 Brian Champ can be vice president and the NPP for party for the be and I want behind okunye to black one no mu use snake ade against him me am on supply document a fire no a demonstration you say MPP Brian Champ me na make country ade we is half of it is coming from one MPP. The people who are behind a black one, half of them come from your own MPP because of running mate. So if you are, it is coming from you yourself, your own people. You want kasawo, one kasawo nefi. Neba. My main fancy honor. My main kind of baby by her. Busoku de black one. Why he's very loud all over the place if you MPP. They want to undermine Sir Branch and Oba says here, Oba the champ for 2 days here by one rise the armor all of a sudden. Oba say, oh, you're running mate. And then I think so, Ghana, Muslim Pancocra. No be a branch and no banner rising no bear running mate. What is wrong about it? Motiana make a chance to beat his arm reduce to President Obe Diaz and a woo. Obiato on theatre could be Diaz and a woo. A first I reduce Obe. There's nothing wrong with Obia branch here or be running mate. And I'm going to the elections, many issues now. More food soldiers, money. It's about the mobile a lot of things you don't know. Because I think what I'm better than I'm a kind of man, the money, yes, sir. And then this is not a campaign team about yeah, but what would you? When you say your experience, Namon Coland, the Mama Bono, Pononi, then I'm going to move somewhere. A what my mouth, a year first Aquaba. Good evening, so.
Major Suminia.
Good. Now, what do you make of NDC campaign team? No?
Nidika Mamenchia, a tier for any affair. It is to name of a minimum. Say, I'm waiting.
Oh, okay.
Peter.
The global trotter.
A near Busia for you, Machia Mrs. and so US. My home listing. Na near Mecana say a yara, so I'm on winning near the said in a buy. It be a menu me, the answer. It be a men, my fin said, baby or horn of my wasanka or muhe. But competing Basia, I am more sub team committee beer or your mom yet to Masibia, Ashanti region, in Nipase na Mubeko. A beer Eastern region in Nipase. If you crowd high shed in zones, say a beer while we are in charge of special duties. Particular place be on my was say, make sure say, obey you on my yet. Until me fin say, but say, what share send your Ghana yet twaban. Nedia, now she face of the people now, campaign team, that's the face of the NDC. Now we share Ghana, we share your demographic way, in the pado do more twaban account for. So what I say, now the fee quality at two. Now, Sunday, I'll say if you are head number 2, no, or blowing in anti-tree near them. A honor feels and no was sent or more tries on by a man to the Kakra. But me can say Ashanti region. Me feels NDC person union. I was so many a new beer or by a period to Ashanti for no to do no more team at trouble. Be me to send our comment to no be can say a tribal, but we can do away with tribal politics in Ghana. We yet then tribalism no ewo. We yet day will be because me na me free hand to mami. And to no share Ashanti region. Me feel say team no onipa bi te se broja jamfi ka wose ye de ne ka
yeah me if you cast my body the broja jamfi yeah
broja jamfi you bi a waye adwuma wo honom a nkofo nim no yame aye adwuma wo ho but for reasons when person me komu detail ntino me feel say obi te se broja jamfi even honorable sapon former minister waye minister
Samuel Sapon yeah operation Vanguard me boa
yeah, honorable Samuel Sapon, I Juma as a MT Municipal Assembly, what do you call it?
KM boss.
KM boss, as a regional minister. Obasa a central region club, a Juma Sonkuma central region for G2. Until when he pass no or consent or ready asante team na me fin senkabebwa. Apart from woman. Yen sure be to say, Nansanya, Minia Penny back, PV Boatin, will make sensible noise that was shanty region. Enti wo fa obi wo bibis edin sa opon fosun mu nyina wo ho nanka kodwo bonsu nso kra number nim se bia do beto committee bi so there but the face of the team no eno na me hwe na wo bo ewisi no sabe won wo ba NDC no ni din a wo ye the constituency wo no eya konongo ho no agogo ho no nso won wankasa no wanya NDC na Jataba party ana okọ contest na Jataba on say ana wisi no say ne background ye from gidi kokofo nti no wo man kasa na omo ne yewura Rollins no ko nti ne ma oba nti wo hwe wisi a ye yi yewura Dani efiri ho no ne okọ Muhammad ne ko Dubai na say ota ne twa so ono ne ye di ewisi ni ba nti ewisi ni hye dan obi a Sabe, what do one in Bruja Jelfin Mujina Honoma Becassa? Anyway, woman no mean here. Fins are Basabani Fins.
Yeah, but what's NDC what's now Rollins and I say, that's not Abba at Tamil Smofonka games near the Emunina, you were part of it. Into your kind of experience in politics and outside politics, I will be. You understand the game from the grassroots level. Do you think this is the best approach? For instance, they are narrowing on Ashanti region. Do you think this is the best team?
In my candid opinion, make us say no. Because we share no communication ye key. Communication. Out of it, I hear popular in the communicators. The communication na year no. NPP for make a sensible noise in the airwaves in a one gentleman friend Miracle Abuaji or some house or make yeah. Into communication ye key. And into communication also you hear when say obeka sem will be at wase no age wase medi one more to aba do no so ya kan for mo come say what ye na me kire into wo de hwe team no wo hwe team na wo hwe one more mu lead na kayenya obi te sesapon no mo ekeka ho a mfin senka bebo na broja jamfi
abase ayi mu wom ayi e friend say brasa mi photo mu nyina wom they are canceling the organizer
no team ni ye efu ya to go team ni ye one mo ye advisory one mo ho no brasa mi photo ka say ne won koye campaign 2 days kra go ntimi sabe ne ho pra dodo no yewura Joshua bi o ka so won nye team enkoye campaign te say no ye in 2016 na adana o ntimi enti wo hwe team na first no omo ye core campaign team members
okay first list na ba ye no
womo ne ye hwe womo de agina so na wo hwe number 2 no so de na vice running mate ne de no so womo list no ala segufia ageni mboate Erika J is very good communicator or a very good pa and ageni mboate nso ye good back of feminine segufia no country kra want but enu nso hia into what about
don't you think that those people no more man is not to speak
but we are then TNA team be a leader kasa esinke down esen omo ka ho enu tin about we ahwe na wa hye da sua twi no pa fritete no what you say because twi no onipa wo de hwe onipa so obi nte wo kasa no wo sua kasa kra de chiawa unya anigye ne atenka papa soronko bi de man hwese obroni kra bagana no hia no se afua wo hote sei hwa attention a wunya ma no
yeah
what in eme kire na ase enti kasa esua ma obi enti no eye better say ubetimi aka onipa ne kasa at least eniema miense bia beka de be chia no omo te se no ne ade ne de wo so wuti misua but ugu se mi nia ebi alesa se gbefia ebe ye de ebi mi nia fifi kura ebe ye de ba wo ye team leader no eye den asam important mu no na obeko timi fin sa on person mu nya votes wa Ashanti region on man faces bia ebetimi a convince Asante for no mo de o vote na ye de amend so that already the perception no was say NDC especially President Mahama anti Asante I don't know so all tight your katachi afrifa
because
me can't say a perception and call for baby beka odika beka I don't know so what 30 I don't know maybe me mate so enti no me na me ye bia obi a me to President Mahama for na team no for me ma obi opportunity am on kofasa ade ne yede where that perception what you say wo hwe team na obi ti say yewura bofulati man hu no I don't know so washa ope obi o experience back campaign say you strategize now bofuro betimi de wagina blackboard obegina blackboard ani na ne obeye no just what game na say me bofulati wo ho no so what you say enti no me feel say well
why only inside near information and your experience. Why would you think Mahama be ignoring people as serious as a Samosapon, Bevlolati, and a whole national security?
Well, say no. If we are saying no,
one of the reasons why NPP lost in 2008 was he removed Papa Frank. Papa no can National Security Coordinator under President Kufuor 2007. Into a whole national security just a coordinator like Beblolati. Why is he not part of your team?
Oh, that's you. Men can say no one your part because say no dear. But I mean, things a core team need and was so bit to say you will Beblolati a bem. Core team no means me things Ashanti region. I do bit to say Bruja Jemfi honorable sapon say was say ye can den ye who almost any beya benya but encourage a bit me about say one more special team be a more quiet to my home. I no mean to mean to about share listener by an idea. So I list away into me we need vote 30% to Ashanti region. Me meet me account.
So at least when to me we need 30% of the vote to Ashanti region.
There be mean person me come baby.
Even with the Amin cry a woman.
There be na Yamin in India what they want Ashanti region it is. Yamin so I juma many Yamia oh many Yamia juma. Many Yamia juma. So what I say. Many Yamia juma from Tama na me ye strategist makone do phone time. Minim Yamin you bet me aye na minim no ntimi. Minim ne broja jamfi betimi aye. What I say. Minim ne Zuba obetimi aye. Minim wan nyina sakutu mu nyina boys anam no minim won betimi aye. What I say. Yes, any panel room kiki no akasa no internet so betimi adwuma. Any passe na be behind this betimi convince on apart from NDC for no support to NDC. That is the question. And yes, okay kasa kire NDC for no beto ama ni abagye so chuobo ye no ani agyo. One man feel say one more year ayi for no. E kwan be na be fa so betimi akasa convince one more to ama NDC. E ho na ye hwe. E ho no na ye hwe. Enti no citing way na some de Ashanti region there. 30% at Abraka.
30% so NDC enya about affecting national average because it's a national agenda now that NDC must get 50+1% at the national level. Because again against Baumia because so far Baumia campaign is because that campaign me read Baumia the list of the people in his campaign team, but just generally
compare no wahe. Compare team na.
Mami, with general view of what Baumia is doing, how different his campaign is.
Baumia, yeah, the campaign strategy, no, say, no, your best friend, multi-purpose campaign strategy. Just say, why not doing say, baby, I'll back up. I know, person, a visible baby, as will be able to say, now, you will at say, and no being a Baumia. And you know, or share Baumia campaign, and now share Nini team, no, so, yeah. It means our coining because we share ye ponoso no send ye now NDC for actually na say no baby I will do na kyerɛ or ɔkɔ papa. Nti no me feel say but I was say NDC ayiro on bia o campaign team na wie no ana omo be adwuma ba compare omo mienu dia otum say NPP for na ho keka no wo even though economy no ana ese won say no ekukasi mu no de dollar no ne ya tutu kwan no eno ne keka ho asem nia but campaign no pa de wo hwem a omo campaign no was so saying NDC but NDC for nko maka so say yan chance me feel say no was say to
because I feel on my outdoor team. This is the time I feel there. And this is the NPP for campaign team. They had already selected a team that is led by
but don't forget it's running mate. Running mate and also a very candle almost spirit man and also Abwa and also what's
that is one of the NDC advantage against them because NDC
no advantage. No. Ya will be a honor uboni din obi apese wo hwe maame na nkofo nim dada tema Obama eba no na nkofo nim no I don't know so follow Obama
Mr. Barton you connect Mr. Barton very soon but let me Mr. Barton now come about Obama so Obama ba no obi anim no
but moment a man for sure say boni din no afei na man for sure say who is Obama they started Google found out Obama no one when we Kenya within a short time now I there but maame no apart from Beckman said speech I don't know what follow no there na ho keka na ne nyina expect after the speech no be man because no me po bo ati me hu ni sa enti no se okofa reanimate bi a ebi aba omi akoyi reanimate bi a afi ne yenso ye behwe maame ne de se 2020 ye hu na ho keka yenim se ne oye ne campaign enti no enhye dan nye ade a enwanwa bebre but in obeba no ba omi abeyi no ebe kosan enti no ehon na was NDC for hwe na omo pe obi a obi follow ni omo beba na omo kanta ne niema bi obe because o hwe
what the maame Professor Jenna no pokwa na to 2020 no can't you see say I said this year no omo pedem kakra it's still below the main coming expecting me. I wanted to see her more going every day be she's doing something every day be she's somewhere every day be she's engaging. Me post like I said all the university campuses being a professor they should have let her tour all the university campuses engage with students because John Dumelo small boy every day be a one in Legono mama Lydia John Dumelo man just say one man close market me just mama no down that is what I wanted to see with Professor Jenano Pukwagma but at least can't you admit that there's been an improvement over 7 now managing 2020 compared to now Anna?
There's a difference between managing her properly and canvassing for votes, more votes. Because when last election, I'm feeling said, "Omuyi never saw a sense sadly." After Obeka Sayen, I will tell me one activity I take you over the social media.
Okay.
Apart from that, saying I call a Sunday Mahon man, command award. I also know any research into a call my news. Na Vrungu area honum. And crowd was saying a can once and radios. I don't know. So already apart from so Becasaya, our Casaya will be a moon say a jaw, never saw 2 Jan. We can do. This almost of a petroleum matches a person from the Gusso.
Well, hopefully, I just said, "They watching my bum. They might only have to try a or they say a
Eric.
Eric, also Eric, politician. And near maybe on one kind of so uncle on one politician. More managing you must engage her, encourage her, motivate her, push her. More was some money direction. My and they acquire you say. Clean up as I say, and they engage you for or China campus way or China room every day, boot for boot. You must
if you are also TSC no TSC we politics no TSC and not TSC. Meme ne empanyfo bebree ama me fa me ma me kuna du anya example. Ono me feel say no na kra. Woman na semune and now my assignment in our expect is watching because game no what you see. Mushia or bet on be make sure say no na dream we need to more the beba ni team no cry no na my yamre. So but maame no anye politics and today be answer me can say politics na ngasa abeya ejina senya wo hye ase wa ho kaka wo interaction with others relationship ana ne dodo na wo so enti no maame no ebia ne background no ne say na school no wo ho no na wone amanfo te say ntemu te say o te ase enti no ne nkofo ntemu ye enti na wo kwa ukogina school ho no ma say ne beka fa wo ni nyina ye ne ma wasa wo hwe ebi say ebia wo we sebe ebia wo back to kodofo drum ho no ma enam say na no mo ye fine kofi adoma no ne ade no bia be den obeso ba say na ho na ye ne ma ye say mfata ukura wo nko onyi wadwen say obeden ubekọ enti politics no sa na emani nyina ye den edi eka ho ana enti no wunim say obeye politics dia esa na wu twa no no ahwe ni ye nye say be dru ba bi ana wo beye ho say na wo de oyo osoro abofo ne asa abraham for be refer ne na wo ye
well I am yes or more yeah, but I know James Jenum Boat and I know what he can do. Any Eric J. Munia, they must show us that they are bringing something new to the candidature of Professor Jenano Pokwajima. They must not let it be the same. Say they must say on your politician or your teacher. But I know people can be Baumia, Baumia, Nobia, for what we are aware. But Baumia for 2006 and 2008, Nana do cry as well selected. It was a war. And NPP for Parachik in Penny for almost supporting Baumiano. All those people rejected Baumia in 2008. Almost in Nana don't pick a Haji Ali Mama. Because between the two, they thought Haji Ali Mama had more experience, more knowledge. Why Jumana check. Into Baumia, no, look how Baumia has grown, matured.
And no, was so Busa said, it keep Baumia how many years no to me mature. 2008 fine, but 2012 one heard Juma Baumia. So we Juma Baumia. 2012 no. A Juma NPP for Baumia, Mimi Mubi no Muse no. Okasa young Kaya Kuma Becca said 2012 for NPP. So I say, if it's all shared Juma year and it's any election, call ya. Baumia Juma even after verdict no crowd by no. She quite of fast organize a team. More call Supreme Court money a day. But we and Chebble, or master game. And would want me to compare. But we are no minister and Sunny by electing as a way. No, or Edmore Bank of Ghana or something. But who they are by a minister who be a team winning sending a campaign. And you know, me Ocasa be my
she should have grown better than even Baumia.
Oh, yes, because what be a minister. Until no what system so until no say
but what it could also be to say team members before say one no mature what if I know about to say about me so maybe some people in the team are also not helping Professor Jenano Pokwajima to grow. They are blocking some growth opportunities.
Next just one pay to me men of the American sometimes say decision be how team no party now. Sometimes to as NDC pay to me and now President Mahama or person will be in them. Because who pay to me a kwanya be fast or be to me in here. Because African when you political power now a political party, sabe a crowd you saw them will cry and this is your crew hand more you can win idea. What party say sabe power and ubiquity party say environment into no party. Ubiquity party say sabe a mua obebo mobile into no party into what here political and Africa there. Well, your political power no opinion paper so and no ya adwene there nti say what is say power there and you may be a hormone was so to come say power no na me pe say ne kwa me nkroma kan ye no mo say wo say opetumi ama me kura ton na fa kwaji tumi na onya tumi na wo de tumi na kwajo ma me aba mfin say sa na wo say nti opetumi dia onipa obebo am onya tumi na wo say wo fa na ebi vindictive to the sense say asema ane naka 2015 and now in 2010 okra still woni tirim obi nso wo ho aho ye nti oh wait ya ba power ni qualification na when ya kra so nti me make sure say ye be sadran ye ma na team no mukura ni konkonsa media ni no konkonsa de mu say sabe ewo party mu pa me nko NPP dem NDC de ma kom nti minim say ne konkonsa ke me na me tea party no wait on ko di me ho konkonsa ho me wi ase nkofo bi kura fa me ho so mo je afiri so me se monye mo fa nko mo na mo hia
o te NDC branch no wait the way
no me na me tea 2010 me kai pa mo so mo ko NDC party headquarters ko shi akofi atone kisi edu no na me se mo fa mo na mo hia mo na mo anye politics mo ni di enti no obi wo ho no ma anye nipa no emo a wo de beboa party no na opeo emfa no ho ono de sama emire bi a ye kwa Ashanti region me mo constituency ni onipa na wo ye party chairman ewo local level seven ni din kro ni mu tworo ni din oni mu tworo ne ba na ye organizer ono ye chairman ne ba ye organizer say ne yire otoso yenu so ye women organizer party no wafa
it's a family affair ho
oh eastern regions will be ho eastern region crowd na ebu say ye new Dwaben municipal ho na saade no crowd ko hu wafa o chese wonu a wontimi nko campaign ni nko other side no mo ntimi meto abama on solutions so a wose there because eye ne fese sebe baby ofura ba ye party chairman no ho no kwa enough man the party na anyu ni kra no e chairman ya
are you okay
okay enti saa ne man bebre wo ha party enti won pe power wo pe power abesesa ne man so ade ye kobo ball yi wo de wo ma said wo ma play plan na akobo we lose next match so wo ma na wo san de wo kobo because wo mo be she go no wo mpo ma sama wo be say lose enti no wo share party NDC say ya nkofo bebre ho sen cause pa na ondo mba obi dise Solomon Kansa wo ye den ba communication or ye good emfa ho fom a wafom ana bi a watietie obi na so say mutime de ne betting no what you say but e be vindictive to the sense obi wo kura boni din wa NDC party obi nya obebo wasum kura do tinasanity
okay my team
media e was say omunya hu bibi
yenko compare but abrantie ba ko bi message or send by yes or say apart from the fact that Professor Dena no pokwaduma onye politicians say they all can but then the fact also remains also when you nti omuntu mi push it too hard or say team member team be push it
na woni so wanyini a wo pe power na akofa no asema Americans woni so wo pe power ye take things for granted o na woni so wanyini na akofa no so wo meye enyini ne de mo nka because adwuma na wo be woni so ye mirika adwuma na wo so obetu enti wono wanya accept so obetu na wo se ye manitu wo tehwe e be ma no so
because campaign na easy o be across Ghana nyina from Accra to Ipaga.
Mesa homachi na wonamu ahomachi nyina wonna mese ye ne coolman no na ahomachi eto da bia me maame kunadu bo di wuram ho midnight ne nam ifiri sa wi oso kona maame itika mu na campaign wonna o ebu ahomachi ne nkofo gina ho president Rollins say wase okakasa wo papa akakasa enti wonim sa campaign no na wo say wanyina wo beje enti obi amfa nyini sa mu mem wonim na wa accept so obeje enti wo so wo ye adwuma no
okay. And I thought okay, branch be price way na no say Ekufu Adoba e kra no onyini but still or your campaign correct Professor Dena no pokwa age no am use no enye excuse ye man nko no nya campaign na vote no to me emra but NPP for the National Campaign Advisory Committee John Ejekum Ekufu Ado all members of the National Council Freddie Blade Elizabeth Ohene Reverend Joyce Ayi Akosia Fremo Oselpai which is chief of staff afa omo campaign operations Justin Kodua a friend saying general secretary na director Henry Nanabuache Nana B deputy chairman campaign chairman and strategist the one me say dangerous no strategist Damboche chairman Fredowari deputy Nana Komia deputy. This team is a very dangerous team because social side team way now to compare Fifi Kwete any side team now. I can tell the only person about two NPP 4-way team experience is don't get here. Yeah. Professor Joshua Labi and Brasami photo of Oswampofo. Apart from the three of them, NDC team na can be Fifi Kwete EFS Segbefi Amunyi no monto sang perform and say more experience or more.
No, let's say if you have experience pa.
The
only challenge is local language I want. Our experience, but I say Professor Mills no a campaign coordinator.
No, a campaign coordinator.
Yeah. Let's say if you now you want na your chairman of UK. Experience challenge our one is on two local languages in India.
And can on take
on think on TV. And Jeffrey was a what bet me I can be there. Man, you know. There be a nine catchings one year in Hunsunya Casa because we will be our say, or you know who bet me a belly NDC. Ni Hunyasem. Or a hard working. Nihunyasem, Ubia Penasem, or Alessabufia Ubia, Nibumfu. I don't know any boy food that they are minty minch. Because Nibumfu. We shall never fool crowd or say, oh, my brother, no goes was rich. So
Alessabufia can be a presidential candidate one
day. Oh,
yes,
why a presidential material, Ankasa. I don't think we have a presidential material. What you say, or was Sunya Casa? Into an experience I want.
At least some 3 basic languages. But at the more on NPP for so team a campaign management. Fred Opayansa, campaign manager. Dr. Antoinette Tibuda, deputy research and administration. Also Ebonsu Amwa. Obi Amwa, deputy, and also parliamentary campaign team, deputy parliamentary campaign. And also, this is also different from NDC for them. They have deputy parliamentary campaign. They have somebody who's also in charge of the campaign. I think because NPP for them who said seats no lose, who said going into elections 20 lose seat in Bebre. So now they have a whole team that is focusing on parliamentary seats. Because NPP will be in the minority. I even have predicted. So after 2024, the NDC will have majority in parliament because NPP for and Obiamo is in charge of that. Then Dr. Ibrahim Anyas, deputy presidential campaign. Then they have electoral affairs. Peter McMenu and in charge of electoral affairs. Also experience in election. Dangerous person in charge of electoral. I don't know. Well, what do they mean by electoral affairs?
So election is no. I did be a NDC IT in charge of IT elections. McMahon rule now. Who's on about election once and someone. And you're Ghana and or experience. You movie the dinner or Bojuma Papa.
Okay. And senior campaign ace, Kwabena Japan, John Boedu, Kofi Jamasi, Dr. Susanna Allo, Salifu Said, Samuel Ewuku, Samia Ewuku, Anthony Kabu, another dangerous group of people. Samia
Ewuku,
a very dangerous combination. And Dr. Nyame Befi, and a president near J.S.O.A.
Nyame Befi so you be or new so we Buckingham ha. Oh, okay. On the bedi ba umia de back on your distinctions are not on so na dwumu do papa on the minimum no pan say make us what makora na dwumu do papa and you say no enya sam ketwa.
Okay, yeah, but here because here can experience ya branch be messenger or send or say experience and NPP for say or mine experience is here ka so mu nyina no but you see yeah, can only answer say your experience, your political experience, and your experience, your governance. The fact that Obi was experienced in winning elections, in being strategic about elections, does not necessarily mean say governance or no, Nipano with the same experience. The two are different. And you must understand the differences in the two to be able to appreciate it. And yes, I mean the young politics. Yeah, issues. What I say? And a campaign coordinators, Joseph Kujo, in charge of identifiable groups. Maybe how I come see. I mean, I'll got you to also in charge of Kaswa coordinator for coastal zones. Dr. Anana, you were free, a coordinator for middle belts. ono ye asokore for
ono so ye good pa.
Dominic Nitu Northern Zone Coordinator. Meanwhile, Dominic Nitu is the Minister of Defense. Making him the Northern Region Coordinator, no cry, and NDC must be very careful about security up there in the north, because I don't know whether this will be conflict of interest. Why is a Minister of National Defense being the coordinator for the northern
or a party member?
Yes, but defense is a very critical national role.
Party for Nikuta, Ntino. I know the one thing in one.
Well,
party for Nikuta.
You. I'm a spokesperson for the presidential candidate, Dr. Gideon Boakon, and then they have campaign communication directorate. I think before listening there, we have the men, and they have Dennis Miracle Abuaji, the director of communication, Yawaduma Kubefi, and the deputy Agba Kumani, deputy Maxwell Krobia Sante, coordinator social media. Krobia Sante and social media. They have research directorate, which is headed by Dr. Isaac Ousu-Mensah. Finance and fundraising, Dr. Alolo Muntaka. And a legal director, Frank Davis, dangerous animal, another person. Gary Nimako, deputy, Gary Nimako, another dangerous person. Diplomatic liaison, Ambassador Edward Boateng, and Omo committees, a woman, so my inaugurated editing account. So this is the team we have compared to, no?
Now, if we are comparing, we compare. I did to say, would a boxer you cry, friends. So, Miss they will say, Aquabi Messias Humanes, be on what we couldn't dangerous as was only as Humanes and Kujina Ring. What share advice Louis no dear, Obeka say NDC for experience once no, but what share campaign team, no core team no dear, which means experience no and share that in was apart from people who got or my bobo. And you
are saying some people want more experience to change this.
Oh, yes. And now, in numbers, no, in numbers, no. If we in numbers, no, wave for no at the end doors, NPP for no, the doors saying, and it's in a say, NDC for them. A bit me about say, we initial way or modiaba, bet me the fufuaba, no my specific say. A beer. Team we na dano we de okushia ebi anzongo fo nko a we nsu koshia ema o muputri we nsu koshia ema o mo de o tontoma o betimi aye ne sa se na be ya o be ma obi tax a o mfin se e betimi adi abo ba sa team we no menye sure se team we ya na o mo de be cock campaign dinam se so na o mo de ko dia 30% on pen Ashanti region o mo ntumuna.
Okay, now NPP people can they retain Ashanti region because you know almost some team no. Can they retain? Because omo vote omo Ashanti region so assault you.
If you are supposed said they are now be in Ashanti region. MPP be
by terms of national aggregation of national average, it would be dangerous to MPP because greater
TNA.
Okay.
Can na NDC kase enya 30% aye win no. Enu ye time anu mu win islimu nyina o. And it's slim by Umiana watch, I'll still I will fight for 30% of Ashanti region. Now be dead this hard in a winning election. This about Umia Belusu is slim. By a slim ones about Umia and Lusu, who pay near my yam. It's slim about Umia and Lusu. The Baumia and Lusu, that's also still I will fight for 30% in Ashanti region. Now pursue winning election.
But the last time I almost more fighting for 35.
And no one you fight for 30 because 30% in Unya, number of mere winnings, the one to be winning. You got greater Accra and NDC be winning, but NDC to me winning 70%.
To me winning 70% of greater Accra.
There be amounting.
To greater Accra, close marking between NDC.
Yeah, NDC be winning greater Accra. NDC be winning greater Accra. And you know what's our share, Sanya man, because a slim honor. Baby crowd honor man, well. I'm here this for plenty me campaign. There no young constituency or Muntim Concha.
And that's why you say about me.
There go there move heading. Ain't a slim hormone. One month will bet me a year to my ding more timia, you know. I run a blue and call for no the man said them who be brains away. The be a chain or more better, that is fine. Maybe a man me too me kura me futu omu hia on ti men kan radio.
No, my advice no. My advice no for what my advice no.
Ni etie ni say Ghana elections, there be American say Ekufuado 2012. Mimi Mujidi Ekufuado 2012 for the Eastern region and Ashanti region election. 2 regions. Sabra no na NDC we ni slim. Enna ba wo mi abe candidate na slim fo no do na wo ye koma commentary no kan sa asem. Slim fo do na say ye die mu no. So wo we ni slim ho no. Na say ni vote no class to Ashanti region. Na say NDC entimi anya from 35 going. Na NDC nso entimi anya 70% was Greater Accra region. Obe then we win election. Because Eastern region we the NDC be lose. Ashanti region we the NDC be lose. Slim one we then. But we win you oni ubechi. It will go so 30% for Ashanti region. Now one person will be winning election.
So what should be the NDC strategy? These regions are working central, Greater Accra region because
if we are not me fan to just when say nya the American. They nya the American. Amu pa amu mra.
Why NDC where NDC?
Me be gina ha ma me gina say me ekreti ma me gina ha say NDC o me be gina ha say pop watching of access. So me be na me ye be gina say me NDC dia fine. Me gina ha say pop watching. Ana me team no me nka ho. Me won be bi me nka ho team me so adwuma me yedidi no nti wo pede a oba na ma kire wa because say ye me nkofo no mo for do sika no mo de adwuma no sala so kram ka tra okra na opu bi a support ye na me ye ko to wurem
at this time you would the team the part so far team no say the hu ne there back is ahead of one me boy which is NPP for na ahead of NDC.
No says ya still no NDC for no ahead but gap no enya dia wetin dey dinkom if you say NPP for nyi o running mate and adwuma na ye no so hwa the way about me I say or gallop I say o hurukuri enti no eno na edge no say NDC campaign no shut down corner and say tapia say Mahama tukwan na campaign na tukwan I don't know so ahwe dia so mu ni sa dia enti efi o ma beti team no ani ye behwe say omo be crisscross oman no na efi nso omo message na omo kan omo yini 24-hour economy no omo polish no so what you say ko niam bibire ho no ma nipa atise na nsen doctor bi o ka kan bi omo sre na was resign wasan so omo resign if you say sade no want me anya message no mo obi a antimi anka ma na anya na we say ye to confirm we say waachi we say na eno no emwa so na man was so
Mahama campaign messages no NDC campaign messages who only say is struggling compared to NPP for
na so what one me nya me na America because wo hwa na dodo na ehu no nya mi o Ghana fo na e kasa so wontimi nkyire mu yie nti wo so mu kyire wo hwa ye nyina sa na campaign no so wontimi nkyire mu yie nti wo so wotimi kyire mu I think back when me tea and say na I'm say oyelita no explain say ombe selected selected sector bi ombe boa on fin say no na ye better omun kusum ye sa na we free na dem ma ho omo ntueska since ombe say 24-hour economy
NDC because the okay so oyelita explanation was very good the way our church 24-hour economy but team oyelita acronym
na me say bia actually
for some of experience of some possible being a grassroots person assemblyman minister and local government minister for that matter even all those people do you think NDC is using them the best way to use them a bit more leverage because Eastern region for some of so Eastern region can any territory and he can comfortably deliver Eastern region to NDC.
Ba ono so ono odwane ja Eastern for nti ye mo to aba no Eastern for anto am oni ofiri oba atema nti omo to aba no from the campaign ti ya mo esidun kati ono an constituency esidun kati LPT no nti ono no won sheda ni crowd wo Eastern region south basis ana no kura ne so ono anso ne ho dodo no se ono afiri US ba ya obeka nti ono ntimi nka se change na o meye campaign obetene fi no to that is fine obi nso ho ebi ana ka wose ye de ne omode ne bemba ebi a woni ahoden eno ntimi entra han ka se ebi a ya amfa na amem nti ebi a ebi kura ni ura Larry Bovula ebi kura no mkatre ne say be kan no bi kura wa say me ho fa minti ni ni mudie ba me fin say say ni faces no ye hu a kebeboa bojaja mfidie mi so wonyare bojaja mfidie mi say nya de a woyare bojaja mfidie mi sere won amfa ne ka team no call team no kebeboa.
How about Obiti say Julius Debra? Because to see Eastern region, Ibra Sami photo, Nevim from, but Julius Debra was Vim Eastern region. He was one of the key people under Mahama Abaya, or cutting across all the divide. In fact, NPP side now, friends or honey ade. He got a lot of people to love President Mahama Pa. He's also the former regional chairman for Eastern region. It's Julius Debra, so he's very much in the campaign team. How is he also going to shift the vote to Mahama in Eastern region? And also,
it depending who on man pray. So ko pray who to say the Jebra a year PSO di Mahama china obey then wait me campaign. Mahama no personal security is that we did it. Obey that work campaign. Adia ba ko na tie ofosu ampofo no. Why chairman Mahama tua no to say personal security e odi na. We don't do that. Campaign the obi ayama obi a tax no wakoye so nti se Julius Debra obedidi Mahama chi da bia sa obede no wakoye campaign man ko kwachi because asema ba bia be kansa wana Mahama so kan asem Mahama kasa ye man kasa it must be na abeka kire ko ana if you make an want to say
Matu was by the time na no di Mahama chi no munya ntete committee we now that they have a whole team
if it na omo campaign a ehwe ni free na sa na omo ye no so omo ansesem a obey them work cancer man. Me feel say Sabre was home system. We are chairman to home. Kururum, we are Kakra mechanic can be doing our moon first come.
Well, until they say, Pobat what minimum research, how you say NDC approach you say a research mama, Obejiska. Member of NDC for research.
Mete party now, me go to yeska, me disca crab rat a mercy in a man pass. Scholarship crab make your mamma. And when person may cancel us and no crab, me Sabria me to be. May hear NDC, may hear NPP. Name of Ghana, Mamma Juma may. Now means where Juma me did no mamma no crab my juice.
Now I know the amount for Bobby sending message. I'm saying I hope for watching. One analysis is why better against NDC say be
better. No. Never. Menya better. Never. No Korean American. What the assembly American be obi anfent. Menya better a bit. Na se me chila me kan me makoma we NDC. Menya better me jai party no. Menya better. Me be iterye so omo frɛ me pa me community. Ba menya better a bit. Menya better no eno fa so be na de be ma me. Sabi ni nyame du medu. Dodo se na edu ni medu.
Aye.
Menya bitter. I know there will be can be no nani pakro. Me a free tete. Tell me na me TJM brigade and someone make a boa party meka near more party meka and the of the one things that me for what and almost pemas because almost penocre. Almost penocre. And someone may catch a party penny from by 4 years ago with Romonti, including our to forcing almost by fun as a you can once. Apart from one control, but one penocre. Last time by me no can say Japan the Nyan and call for free meeting matter. The same thing we catch on some of your bit now. I call court on your ass and none is here. Go penocre. Maybe as will be our canocre be our wooing. But me no be only me be answering some me in control. Opa, o baby, I might you may be on the control. Me a dear mempe. Massa no straight from my control. May. But no, ye me from the internet mention having.
Until you are also supporting the and not Monday na make us that for no you are going to say a solo money a day any some support more bro judge fee NDC must find a way to include them in the committee level. No money
my cancer Solomon cancer on cofa Solomon cancer. So what's my control is here. Unse campaign no crown me hu Barbara say wa Samuel.
Yes, Barbara she did a lot of work in Ashanti region and even at the national level.
And unse broja Jemfi ye woni kuagonu na adwuma say special duties. I don't know say Chief Barney's position na omo kwagia. But me feel say the face of the team no na make ho asam. Say obi te say omo ma ye dwuma Ashanti region nkofo tan hu omo no ne ade no omo mfa omo de enhyehyem na because yewura Dr. Kwabena for gas on go campaign menye sure so obetimi akobe 3 constituency de say omo ye work no nyina ye hu ye ni wadu bi asem ne omo ne koye sabe ni hu se ne nante akrate enti no ukofa obi te say se wono na enkonye dwuma wa Ashanti region o timi nko what in your mention as no into omo hoden kakra you will sapon ye vice chairperson of party you will someone support but me feel say ye de ne party no mu a na amanfo team din a e wo oh you will sapon ka team no ho or a core team member who say no eno boa because no na me kan wa asem ti no uni pa kra asem ye better wa asem.
Okay, my share me pese me busa about Chief Binding. Because Chief Binding ko wa ye fia ko to mo tata ne sama wa ye negu. But let me read these messages. Ima Ebenezer Binding or say from where I'm sitting JDM DMB is ahead of JDM period. Economic hardship no will not give NDC any chance and any sympathy vote be anya de ombeja re. And now branch here ba ko so ekasa go data or say Baomian economic solutions no way. Ghana for have already seen through him. And I don't know, or say we are going to vote on issues, not on personalities. And the Obwa Ghana in the history of
Rollins who offer until you better man. Obi kura se Busitano, Kayanfe Busitano, and who offer. Also, one creating you one come.
I Busitano. But NDC still
strong NDC manifesto committee near Dina or come home. NDC still.
NDC Guzitano Munina Munkofo Mumra pa. And the boss, oh message now sending anything Ghana for vote on issues in the old boy. I tell that they don't vote on issues, they vote on personalities.
And tribal lines.
And look how we need vote. I was a president who born of a sexy eyes.
Now President Mahama by President Mahama tema no or ye MP. Sabra and nipa ne bia ne enwo no anti comments an nkofo ma. Sabra President Mahama kasa NPP fu nyina sabe wo mokoto. Eno boaye ene ma yetimi wi ni 208. Katanya President Mahama ene adwumaden ne se woni asabra of conduct no se ni oti nkofo penance on kasa of parliament a eno boaye ma ye wi ni. Enti ni omu ni mu a omu nkwe Ghana history.
If I hear you now, you're better President Mahama because of his personality and his communication skills. And the personality, the issues. They vote with personalities.
Clinton.
Obama by one who said Clinton, but he's loved by Americans. To the extent of Monica Lewinsky, Christ America for who's why bonnet, just or Donald, the personality near the end of Donald, our hobbies in it. President Kufuor people, some people didn't even make a big deal out of it. Because the personality in Tinan Kufuor Donald Broso. If any President Mahama dia will enjoy because the personality in human relations, Kufuor Donald Besine. What I say, including people like me. In the end, also maybe I will boost about Muntaka in Ashanti region, how crucial Muntaka is for NDC, but he's been overlooked. Matis NDC for say your person of the parliamentary candidates be a team no. But NPP for the ones they are MPs who are part of the team. Even Obianwa is part of just parliamentary campaign team. He is even in charge of that. So I want to ask you about that. But okay, Majestic I say NDC is cool. No room for jokers like Baumia, irrespective of the campaign team. It's not easy for Mahama. Baumia is ahead because Mahama can't even win by 45% of Ashanti region. Well, Bianca said Mahama winning by 45. The target of NDC is 35%. That's what they want in Ashanti region. So what you say? How more money 45? They know what target. Cambridge. Also, Ghanaians vote on issues. That is why the NPP won the elections on free SHS. Oh boy, Ghana for issues. Who they try? NDC for corruption issues near identity. They don't vote on issues. But Ghana for half of the time, and no money the cost of free SHS and Cambridge. They didn't know about the cost of free SHS. They didn't care. Nobody bothered to ask about free HSS, a cassan and another bar. Even 1 year media for we sought to ask Nanado. So, oh, free HSS, a cassan a bebo. If an Albanese can let you up, the same Ghanaian voters who insulted us. They don't vote on issues, they don't change. I know there's not even up for a debate. What I say? Daniel Amankwasi, even JDM said Nanado is old. And so they will vote. Okay, me too. Sentence I say. And Otubu say how did Nanado win if that is the case? But you see, Ghana for there are so many dynamics. They catch us say personality ka Nanado and his personality, no. I am ten and a gram or Nanado personality, no, was that he was a badass old man. That is the personality and Nanado winning. Because behind him from Kumi Prekunde is a badass. Or you no nonsense. That is Nanado personality. Because Ododio MP, short men. Short men can never win election. Nanado winning. The personality is not in Nanado height. It's not in Nanado. The personality of Nanado is in that or you no nonsense ragamuffin Nanado. So that is the personality Nanado has all throughout his political campaign. That is why they voted for him. Free SHS didn't idea they mogo Ghana for none of the voters who voted for Nanado even ever questioned. Free SHS but they didn't question. They didn't want to question because they knew someone. They just wanted them because I've been now was a mama time. No, there's been corruption. It's in Nanado no nonsense badass Nanado nebo betching for. That's why they voted for him. And then also went to me and teaching for. That your personality. I'm again yes small. And you just one thing. Personality getting 10 gram okay. Personality, a personality, subani again in account. How you have marketed yourself, how you have branded yourself in account. Mama, I mean, Musa about Chief Bani Day. I want to say Chief Bani Ejai or Bani Day. NDC did not come as in charge of strategic. Mami, let me go back to in charge of strategy. Why do you think so? Chief Bani bet me place a role, Nana.
Oh, me, obeti me yes sure say Obana we jan into Nebia, or more than I can. If you say Nebla, one here no song by you may be. So I say, I know one. Now we end this in so you may be at the Bema of your soil. You may say, a friend said, Mimla Mijinaho, and yeah, my friend said, no one meet me acquaint.
It's not a lost case, or more for our back.
Unasami tasu NDC. Me NDC. And I mean, you know, baby, I'm some cast me NDC. Me NDC. Omu nyere nim say me NDC. So behind the scenes omu here bibia. Omu ame po asem do omu sama asem ani yo ma. Omu ame spend power asem say no omu pema asem de. Ye nyina obi ampo obi asem to unfra me akura me mfa. But me NDC.
You don't think that she buy it there because our
No.
There were issues about the level of loyalty. Say omu ko kan asem na ye suma say strategy omu ya last minute. Omu de be win vote obe kwa ko ka che na ire.
Omo ye kofo be break kan opanyi bi kura kan mam ka ten so onja sa na onyini chensa ye number bi na edi nkomo sa abra na me ni niam don ko na na opanyi ne bai na chief bai na ba ona bo ko ndo opanyi bai na obeka so ohia ona am ka ten so opanyi wanyi eja sa na obi di biduwa enyo do de o se ni obi a ehu ne de ne bi wadwen sa but me na me hu ne sa e bi say obi a ewura chief by na obi a so wo 30 na o ka sam anya asa wo mpa I don't know why wo 30 no enti me ye manage so mo de na abeka team because owo abotre se na ye kasa e kire nipa me nipa fa enti no eno ye be ma NDC plus o mo chief by na aba
Okay. My for joining almost so much imagining what this always is, but this election there a close call 6 months pen but it's a very close call. Do you think we are getting to a point at least by October who is going to win?
Oh yeah, October crown o share ye niam I say ka ending of June meboa but omunyi running mate nti nim no so de baba beka ho nti ye betwen se on be running mate na o ma ye adwuma ne assess o munyina go for ya do ye ni boost o mumbe enim say den ya ba ko na beba de but untimi nya specific say we oba o yes what analysis na obetimi ehu say ebia ne hawnie o ti ase opportunities or nie and the threat or they be nie no ne ade ade no won't no yentimi nye saa ne mani nyina nti onya abo ne running mate ni din a ne ya hwe ne nkonfo so NDC de yehu bataka bawomia nti no
they now say see MPP for no kwan name the running mates because that am for running mate by why
oh hwe wo mo se ne omu yom running mate a omo time no mpa ho saa o I don't know so wo hwe tam bawomia ba ya nche da mpa ho saa nche da mpa ho saa nti no anya de am me fin se sheda ha but omo ye miminim se saa breed ba omia wo bi a waka kire nsa wo na me ne wo konti sebe dokunu bi a otadi na fichire on say mu awa me ngudi bi nipa na ebobo an ha do
you know nipa why now jiri some de be ma no I think the name is not about I think for now they've narrowed down on Educhu
menka me de mini
ba wo nipa kra an hwe be kwa ma no
minim ne be kwa ma no pa about me ntra hanka minim pa
but omumu why now for some de ne kwa be boa wo mo
obi of them be be boa wo
emu bia
nya wo fira santimem e be boa wo
o so far the omo mabo mu din no am say na to sipe na ne din efi another region but premo paro na po aduchumo Ashanti region
omo inti asantimem ho no be boa wo asantimem ho be boa no ma taxi nipa me nkyira wo ne on be anyway
say MPP won kyira de on be MPP won kyira wo de on be ye
na bi se me opedi anu aba opa anu aba na wa betua kakra mo na efe nyina na yeko
but last second day you are on it at least by the next couple of months you bet me a trade you be win me boy
oh so omo field on be omo ye na ye hwe omo hwe na via unu say ye bedi nkomo ha empanyimfo bi fa pa
oh yes
no me am say Paul no ma friend na de o kan na am masa I know they are kind of video nsi ye wie o pese o hu mo de a o de bra say aka 6 months pe na eniema bebre ho no ma eniema pa kutia MPP for no eye maako 9 4 ana ne kutia NDC nso no eye maako miensa na waso omo ye ho adu na MPP for no eniema no de baako de be ye din so mbetimi aye baako de be ye din so mbetimi aye
sa
no be ye din ombebo ho modin bi about be din so mbetimi enu na be ha won but yenhwe ne omo running mate no be ba ne eniema ombeye enu na be ma ye hu so eguso ye adwumenti no den ya
na on to be mbobo adekro no so kire
oh there na ku anka me den
na one on both sides
na obi be da bremiska otiwi a sen ma no otiwi a o ma bi
you
we behind the scenes there say we are meeting and ma take my book akra ho akere but say and yenya ni sa bi
any party for no more assemble ne popa say the
researchers researchers but ma NDC for I say win 57 ne ho ahwa no hwe on ye o me da bia me kan say we be Muhammad lead 2.1 million votes no hwe ne ma ye sa say ne esi dun kati akan the money to say push no say mo win dia ene mo hwe ne
nti obia obeka say we are winning na they must be very careful of those people because they will be lying to them
yeah
but can you tell us obi a comfortable lead as of CCA is there one
medical can say NDC slightly ahead of MPP so medical can but nim nya dia encouraging who share any trend in it here ma can say ba o mi anso galopo
did Imani research any other ones now and say about Umia is ahead no and we are wrong because all research just
research no say me so wetin about say me dey wrong into one no why any dey no new methodology original so no GDS say no na betimi a make you know and I mean so me nim say me ya media enim say eno na beboa enti no mentimi nka so obi dey o mentimi condemn obi e dey you know mentimi nyesa enti no ebetimi about storm de ne ye ebetimi about say omo de ne A bit me about any pan clock as a Mahama be lead 2.4 million votes. No, I bit me about so no DNA, but I mean, say highly impossible.
But all the other, the after all the other, they wouldn't, but NDC was ahead.
Yeah, for now, NDC is ahead.
It's ahead, okay.
But imagine you get away.
Okay. I say for now, NDC is ahead. Instead of that, make us all your NDC near. Your job is to convert anybody on the other side, floating voter. Your job is to convert all those people, bring them to NDC because we have 50+1. And NDC in one to me, 50+1 in the history of Ghana politics. No single party has gotten
NDC. Only say never do work account will be. No, but I idea or share a report on can say NDC change candidate. In fact,
NDC change candidate and come with another candidate apart from President Mahama Baya.
Sir, or share a report on actually pay. Or share business community now, any international community, or more concern, you know. But I can't NDC for now from the pool.
But why not President Mahama? Because they say in terms of NDC, is the most marketable person to
get. And if we're tea, say, assuming NDC by far away for a pupia. When business community on this car support more than Mahama. No mistake, I no TNA. Ubia ko support political party or figure. Don't do one I know more than Mahama when you think that this car contract board Bema or Monfanko. Think almost a different person who support on send them to contract the bomb. But I don't think NDC for your son.
Yeah, but I know there's someone here or Moody someone here no. Because it should be about the interest of Ghana rather than the interest of the business people. No?
Oh, yeah, they are business for interest. And anything will be sponsors or maybe so near Manco Basano. On only interest, no. I also more mobile parliament on better talk, your telcos on the other, no more interest at Ghana because no more interest in no discover. Politicians no more Nigeria could discuss or more they buy a policy. I also Ghana in Ghana. Or more interest in I almost one best sponsor and some bombing your contract into no discount amount.
Yeah, but what is say in NDC no why pan obey me I don't marketability atoto Mahama.
Oh, na sabi tie Sanya Mahama 50 years no be Mahama.
Yes, but over the years
what say ma obi opportunity ya. No tie. No tie. It's not about money. It's not about money. A party in the wedding. Opa Mahama and Coach Independence of Onusua. A party in the wedding. A party no. And this phone call for Bibra. A big crow be obi go one more bemwa. No nipan be doors on Sensanium because Mahama Tilly. We are there, Nipa bear 5 were born in some Mahama. It will be all across a uncle if we couldn't make Mahama. Yet TV. But they will be bar. Oh, and you know, send you so what you say. But Mahama for swim film. Send you. Ya will always if we and so ya come what you say. Some will always near Antio, couldn't be hot, but near me, and so still me NDC. Film. Ain't any powerful for buyer business community. No, me any be breeding come. I am for be any one thing come. In fact, I am for now make us on bend also, but when we say we feed the house and American, maybe any one thing come. Ghana for do na bebu sound. What kind this for before? I'm saying change candidate and can everything. But that is a fact. I will share a report there also.
It's a cabi acapella mama for new to say how ne dress no man.
Oh, okay, a cool chop ma NDC. Who share a report on? But what kind of be do at them? I won't pen correct. Okay. Emphasize when I Solomon cancer can open up Punakuno. But no crepa. So no crepa.
What do you think that between 2020 and Neno? I come back to me marketing Pakrana and tell you about
2020. Let me tell you if we are send come the Nipan crowd by 2 years to timeOkrana. Because we share what they at the Ibisia member hard document no our and yet NDC for one account. 40 voters no be brain key prayers no be brain as someone more can. Someone more can, including a for be an investment bond.
I think Dr. Do for time now no more primaries. No, I had a lot of people are no more cassette. But I thought say more Dr. Before side in and no case. I heard people were saying, oh, Mahama Kwana party ni one. Rollins called the party by a crowd, and they wanted this opportunity
And
for other
people,
people to come.
one will say questions be brave. One will say questions be brave about it.
One market what me a ton, and no more market to be new.
A TNA mistake and call for you. A party any woody. What you say? Say, Catadia, because you are Mamma and independence and Cobenia 30%.
Okay.
A NDC no and Takra and a cover. And to be a baby NDC piano, be market home, I won't wire then. What will sanity?
Okay. I have be support to say Mahama has been tried and tested. We have also talked to the business people and it's JM and Omope. Into the Obekabia on the also only if one can someone to say on no Omope. And go data so say Baomi also to the business community for no come abemobu no into almost so on trusting so no bet me baby bia ediama obia. Abrantia ba so see it's true pa Danny Amanko say for what they all can be very true. How they do so na Kamahama kofa ne buy and kabana ko marketing one man Abrantia no ko do baby and NDC for bones or more asset. Ko no bet me attract both old and young no ediama omo. Joseph Donko say Ghanaians must not focus on NDC. They have nothing to offer for Ghanaians. They are coming to put hardship on Ghanaians, so we must all be cautious. On also need the no and ordinary message we say about. My mama for the been joining World Boss. Na me tie ye Brian Rekno of a case so I landed that. World Boss, good evening.
World Boss Michiao.
Me Joseph.
At the say
Woko.
of a case where Michiao be here.
What a case to about. What was in you?
Paul, where they may bow so. Uba show no so cast about me a BBF friend submarine campaign. In there's also or multi-purpose.
Multi-purpose in your
And how many types of campaign strategies that were identified from Baumia so far?
I know na match on say.
And the multi-purpose a submarine.
Multi-purpose no. It is a Benz car crown AC no. Ebi nam rio, ebi nam pum, ebi nam asase. Oh, Benz crown AC anyum no. Musa ye sa ebi nam rio, ebi nam asase so, ebi nam pose. In fact, the campaign na oye no, ni team no. Na adwuma oye no, waye no ho se opposition. Na ni abra eno na man e pushing sa. Na almost
opposition there. That is an indictment because
yeah.
Why
say
do that?
So one when so wanye no ho a na entokwa ba na yakunu boko obi kura o wa hoode no eli kura okọ boxing ring ma so oye no ye training no ba wonim se ne factors bebre ekutia no to opese o yire no ho ye tuma kan se ono niam ekutia no ye for ba me ntimi mo boso factors bebre ekutia omo ya we omo research team niam ekutia no ntino so wa yire no ho ye adwuma
in the Paul research now I know would you say Baumia at some point obetima beka economy no ho asem
economy no ho asem say obeka to say ne na connected no kan na I doubt nti
adentia
eno de ono ani nim say waka e no anhye da nko yesa nti na nya de obetimi
it is obedi president obeka economy no ho asem so
oh yeah
but say the own to me nka ho asem
na one ka abeka ho asem
hey enti say what same say na ogohwe yegu a
no me no umusa me ma me nka o because me nya ba wo me team member na team yi ni nsama me ne mehu na me ka enti do onu ni team members na abetimi yi na unse go for so brain so wa gen say ba wo me aba yewura kufu ado ana ewie kra na me ne me group bia na ye discussion they were saying the same this kufu ado in fact enkofo bi kra wo gidie sa ki ayifo bia me fins wo gidie but I know the Ebayadin because in senior President Rollins and you Atamas no mochi. Atamas crowd was over consult to Rollins 24/7. We are saying no in the Yaka.
Yeah, but a strange say a whole presidential candidate in the history of Ghana or mounted stage or campaigning without mentioning how or best our economy. Is it
Well,
not?
I'm so I can't want some more. I'm so I can't want some. I don't know. Mary Shet, baby, I'm so could you now, baby, Mubusan. I know what you're saying. The name
we are launching of the vision, but we have vision. No, can't support us.
I'm walking the except what dear Bua Pemma economy no etimia yes, there's a person or treasure. In fact, many about me campaign team member, men come, may can't near me mat. Moving for Janabe Dinka said, me
one thing to say, I don't know if you are inviting about platform because it's a better or running from media interviews and all of that. Into Ujidi say at some point, you know, obet man meet the press. Oh, yeah, be query no.
I've been chasing him. I've been chasing him for to let me do a one-on-one with him. 10 minutes to cry, me them pay one-on-one.
We see, let me tell you one thing about politicians. In politics, BBN wa went to me as some found. The end, Tamana, ye from devil advocate. BBA be a massive de become. Mimi nana me yes a team leader.
If you
then you walk and you know, be no near someone or bar or becker.
Maybe omitted the press or got talk questions. Or call Paula do much and answer the fact that the actual
question. Says Agana, as we are meaning as I'm talking questions.
Sadiana, and yet Obian talk questions, but what they do, they say, Mpatotio, yeah, American embassy, for a long time. Most of these diplomatic institutions will be setting up questions. They will say, back at sending a synopsis, normal. No matter questions are, even if we take your expression across all motor questions are, you cannot buy everybody's mind. Question what you say, there is no way I never have a interview. I'm a interview about corruption, about economy, about me. I say, okay, so when the fundamentals are weak, the city will expose you. We will ask, no, you can't buy any. We will ask that question. We will ask about the city exchange rate. We will ask about the debt, public debt, the rates, the public debt. We will ask those questions.
This is something simple.
I'm some presidential debate.
We must also allow the candidate to choose. Because some now campaign teams and campaign teams advise you and strategy on what to talk. Because see, they also control the narrative about themselves. And you say, "Mama say, because I'm mama be interview team ne beka setobo. Ya arrange campaign team they do maybe a last quarter and you be man aye one-on-ones." And they do it. You know, both sides.
Poor me pacho be request only one thing. Pacho research now I know Fabran temwa. And yes, one share.
And I'm de bantemo. See, and they were fault. And your man, I really near a better because we are researchers, so you send echo.
Why you be who can say who margin of errors be more. Who accurate? What draw conclusions, right?
No, men draw a conclusion. Yeah, men draw it into more.
And they in term, and yes, I want to not cut them. Ye pen in term na.
And cut them also. And if I can crab for a cram, if we are not fan to account, so you find it.
If you are with us,
you're with us, power boss every day. I'm grateful to you every day. Be able to share your views and opinions with us. Okay, good evening.
Hey, Stefia. Hey, Yami out now as well.
And then the offer came in the money, Jumano.
Me brands, Michiano, me brand.
They say, Orlando, Siado, when the only one research.
I mean, I know my commentator in the Dinkomo. Hey, Stefia, now,
number send him or private, I'm if I'm
yo, Miriam, Stefia, who besides a man paying that a security advisor. Now, Penny, a friend, a Francis Poku.
Yeah, Francis Poku.
Yeah, Francis Poku. Yes,
Francis Poku.
Yeah, Francis Poku.
And Stefia, I'm coming. What boss? Stefia, I think, sir, a month ago, now, Dr. Baumia, I'm so back from here. Now, Omuya Bibi or Ghana, until Okasa through Zoom. The referee program, meeting. So, okay, I'm sorry, that's a John Mahama. President Mahama
business community forum.
Yeah, yeah, well, boss, Momuni Bibia, Mom Mekasa. Dr. Baumia Truma, John Mahama said, on any debate. Otroma no. Sir John Mahama
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
Debate. Mama Tron say Dr. Baomi economy want me mekasa. Steph, look, you know what? Chrome here, Yawaha. Steph, you say next month, Yakotwaba.
4th.
Yakotwaba. Now, Chrome here, economy no, it's like Ghana, it's a Ghana, sir. Economy, a Caribbean economy. Abana also no, we some watch over can almost try say economy no, on by economy no sha. Kakra, but never be a and I will say a tribal near the Chromia, the same thing.
Rashid. Sir Rashid, you should now go say, oh, based on
English,
British.
Steph, on English,
yeah,
British. Sure, Labour time, a Gordon Brown by so that I'm start watching her. Gordon Brown best standing, Obia, Gordon Brown, British, Scottish, English for a crack and say, on your English into a dinner. And instead of your times, no, Salnet, even where I was a prime minister or try so baby, what they or no compare a Labour leader now. Mirror affinity, what do you compare now? Osha Mukasa, what to say, the in terms of economy, or a good thing, but I'm saying where here, every Chrome here, it's no English, it's no almost a consecutive belus, but and I'm so on through Chrome and margin, bear white. Salad, Ghana, no, yeah, Mama, NDC phone trans, and about me. Steph Yamikajo said, North no, but we have a super vote to her, or be John Mahama. Oh, Northern region. It's not Mr. Watson on Paso Becca. Yes, I see any research. I watch and see him say a Baumia Winnie or baby John Mahama. It's about NDC phone crack, they know. It's Memo and yea, Memo may be up, and I was there. Baumia names and the running mate no. A strategy become home. Who say Dr. Baumia Bano, not a man for Eka said Dr. Baumia, and I'm sorry, what bear vice in Tigana for him Penasem. Pastor, if you have a kind of crowd, oh, you the first store I'll call a union area or watching Ghana in area. No, Yahu Papano, Yahu baby, or what's not Mr. Boateka said, Monchano for the running mates in the Mecahono. Says Dr. Baumia, the campaign away, no, you say Ghana for Bia Penasem because Dr. Baumia compare a Mahama difference, no, a what? A baby. Oh, Stefia, I know they say, who's that? Says he got to a banner there, yeah, Shannon, I day count. Obi bet me, I can say, a matron of Dr. Baumia, bedrooms or Cotraba, I drink things. I know they are, I dream better as a son. But how the Dr. Baumia, as the personality, said the Namo Cano, and the John Mahama, the personality, and it will be a economy, the inquiry.
Part of the personality, some people also know Senna Binus were failing in majority of the things.
Stefia,
economy is number one, and none of our boss can
Stefia, Nunu Mensa. What you ask me, Rock? I know as a rich asthma. I say a Kufado about an economy no fairly, yeah, but I can this no one can bear West. And we all know, yeah, we all know, say, NDC are buying the one and cast if you're a buyer, and can this government the whole Astafia. Ah, you know, Ebola buyer cry, Magana cry, and you Ghana, Ebola.
Okay.
Ghana cry, man, you Stefia, Medasi.
You,
Dr. Baumia Winnie. Dr. Baumia Benya 50.7%.
Oh, that's not my figures.
So family, Miss Patro tour. Dr. Baumia Winnie 58%. Yeah.
You are that. On the money percentage that I crowd. Hey, back was waiting to call you. Bye, good evening.
Good evening, Auntie, if you're to say. Boko of a kid, Debia or Basra. Chese, non facuano obey. Yeah, I can pour Michel. Now, what to say? Auntie, if you're okay, say me catch or say. Baumia, a bro, Becca, so we meet no, not Nanadu, any. Me catch will say, on to me, any vice president, no, after June. Me catch right? Na offer care agent says so the Baumia to Mahama ho emutwe eye no kora pass emutwe say Mahama everybody knows say there is no way Mahama the way Baumia see lie in this country called Ghana there. It's too much. No kora say yes.
No my example line e bi ni saying
Auntie, so I say Bulumbulu, what do you call it? The dam. The dam is already built, right?
Yeah.
The northern region part of the country, what is the dam now? Or say it's already done. But now I say affair na yebe. See, sometimes by your own words, yes, it's how do I know everywhere it be walk. So they be sure and you know, maybe catch them say. So what must I say 57%?
But I don't know about me. I don't know mom there be on my name.
I wish if I knew said that be a resident now. I just came on quick. Said Okai said we are building that is the greatest achievement of NPP party, the dam. Paul, if you have this thing, yes, he said that the dam is already built. Now they are going to build. See, sometimes long, yeah, now Ghanaians, we are not stupid and fools. So, also, of a K, Casadana and Alpha, or your glasses say, because you want to make sure say you. Sometimes no, we are not fools. So, if say, see, like I told you, say, can Japan the way they will whip him in the lie. I told you, and they did. Sometimes people don't understand the way politics work. These people are politicians. Everybody is there for their own interest.
Yeah.
It's a fact. Everybody is there for their own interest. Oh no, all kinds of pandemic, senke NPP, senke NDC, and Quebec Western. Okay, when NDC was in power, the dollar was what? Was almost $4. Now you are in power, you are taking to 70,000 right now. So what exactly are you telling us that if, see, sometimes we make assumption, and because if you go to court and you are all that you are made, you are just making excuse upon excuse. There's no way you're going to win your case.
Okay.
Talk about the stuff that you have already talked about. The same energy that you have right now, you are campaigning as if you are in opposition. Which to me, I don't blame him because he knows that he has already messed up. They know that Akufo-Addo and the NPP government has messed up. Maybe Kachiro said, you know me, I'm that NDC person. I've been NDC since 1992. Oh, it's media me say, no matter what it is, no, there is nowhere Baumia going to be attacked. They're going to be attacked.
Now why they be second?
Second is, see, right now I'm believing it's going to be if said Cheddar Johnny Allian. Look, there is South Africa. Even though I wish my party will win, but if Cheddar join Allian, we have a long way to go. There's South Africa, but maybe I know say because one no, then I didn't think so about it here NDC because the economy and the Doomso was apart. See, this is what people don't realize. Before NDC left in or move free power, no, they were able to solve this Doomso thing. We don't pay our debt. And if you don't pay your debt, how is this country going to move forward? What do you mention? I see? And then, you know, I told you all this, and I told you that Canada, Japan, they're going to whip him back into the line and everything. And I think last Monday you were telling them that this is the politician, and people don't understand how politics works. They think that no, it's different.
Exactly.
So you have to be vigilant and just be mindful for whatever you are saying, because people don't forget.
Me mama ayina me
yo. Paul say was oko.
Paul.
Because you look kuntoko bag ganya butelo na wala you were walking. I can't be talking to people when they are walking. You shouldn't be walking. This one is like we are bridging between television. I remember ball up number how. I remember ball up number. You man it's a collaborative work. You had to be there, but you were walking. I can't put you on there. Land. Sometimes you have to calm down. It's voluntary. If you like, you won't talk. And by force, you are not obliged to speak on this page. But calm down. While your line went off and then you came back. What fun walk up. And better not be uncle body at him. A ball up. Mr. Edu Chumbacho Mamiti Wantana, a brap up with Yaba. And you work with that. Because I'm multitasking to every at the same time. What come there? You man, a Ghana politics and yeah, Mr. Edu Mamiti.
If you make Chapa,
you patch on Major Super.
Not a Chapa upon this will feel line.
I am the time and on the BB or more channel.
No crack. Or Bass watches and a meeting, but what can be brave? Nikasa Wakasa.
I think I will increase your volume in my voice and cut down.
Okay. Miss Nikasa Wakasa, no Wakasa Bebre, no cranny, ne analysis of why you know, a wobble. I
think sometimes a cram we know doesn't help. Earpiece in free, so I used to normal phone. I'm afraid. Me fa uni pam say I'm not me talk about voice here low. Yes, I'm going but I want them to hear you. Okay. Sometimes they can do that. Where do you cut the say? Now ball up here. I put the ball up. You do microphone. Who both for me do microphone? You have.
I would be a shada. I will say
I'm answering messages here and they're trying to read documents.
I was actually, you must actually.
You don't BP on our assessment. If you give yourself BP, I'm not BP.
If you have Ghana, on your mammy property, on your property.
No, there is
for you. I am your there. I'm a poor watching all call because every time you're over there, I always have questions I want to ask him.
But I can't force you. Miss Uncle you live in London, another US, and
London.
And US and fine, now you are individual right. Cannot force for watching to be online when you
It's okay. No, I don't have any problem. But the thing is, I'm here there.
You don't even be saying some of those things. They are not right.
I am here there.
I can't force a guest to stay beyond.
I didn't say. Listen. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say.
You can't bully anybody here.
Hey, what's why?
Wants to go after the time after you have to go.
What's why? I didn't walk.
No, but I to that for what is a child, then I have to control him on this platform.
Oh, if you may find World Cup, we are wasting your time. Messi.
Calm down.
Me manka. Anytime you am a question, me ababa no ko. I am your move for them. On your platform, I can't put him on. But the thing is, I am your there. Anytime you baby, I no ko. You know, no problem be I am put one day as in on your message, I am put me check one fantastic of a teacher.
Fanatics on your fanatics. Fanatics, you're fun to Eddie.
Oh yeah,
I am message. Message what I do of Costco.
Mama come
you know for some. He may on your book some. Costco the message on the book.
You know, guys. If you on a serious note,
but you just want to.
If you are here, if you're here, last Monday, I been a fire and Macassi Mitchell. If you remember, oh no, serious note, either we in be some here can be some. It would there last Monday, I been a fire anyway. Macassi Mitchell there. Fire no, or a premature because Banana NDC will introduce one campaign team and all that. and we'll follow discussion our way now. It takes me back. I don't know what people understand what the campaign team does. Paul was saying that there are certain people being called. Yeah, see, there's the one yes, the NDC people pay for campaign team about 1,000. The American, there are people who probably may not have that strength to be crisscrossing the entire length and breadth of the country. It's the fact that one woman, it doesn't mean that the person doesn't play any active role. They don't work leaders be away like you're saying, why in Penyufo, Dr. Sapon, you would not know their health situation. Maybe your own but it doesn't mean that the person is not playing any active role. And so I want to mention it so. Coordinator is not the one going to speak for people to come and vote. He is just coordinating. Okay, so why you be coordinator? It doesn't mean that the person is not coming from no. And we've been trying so hard to go away from this tribal politics to issue based. If they are not helping, it's something that we are trying. Why do we have to always say that?
We are trying because reality that's what fuels our politics.
If you are, say, if you still talk about it today, you can make an impact to somebody who is listening. The person will understand. The person will convince about 2 or 3 people. If you do it for the next 4 or 5 years, nobody's going to vote because we are Kenny and I'm here fighting.
We are talking about the reality that the statistics is revealing to us. This is how region by region, Volta region has voted NDC from till the kingdom from the days of Bethlehem. Ashanti region has voted NPP on the days of Bethlehem. The fact that the statistics is showing us their reality. I don't have a problem. The man can't what the statistics is showing. I don't understand. So what should we say?
No, I'm not saying we shouldn't talk about the statistics. What I'm trying to say is that we seem to be drumming home this tribal thing too much. And that they be
regional. On your tribal, we're looking at the region.
No, region is all
the regions.
Remember. For what the back say no. Also there, nka ofo bi wa Ashanti regional. Nka it will aid. If you tell me you should go and pick somebody from Ashanti region, man, 4B or central region in T, Ashanti is not going to vote. What are you trying to tell me? Why do you even have to say that Paliobo is also on say any local language? Ghana, you know, official language. You know, official language of Ghana. What's the official language of Ghana?
English.
Thank you.
But you can't change the way that you can't change the fact that local language not so boa. But while they are going on campaign, have you seen how many times do you hear them speak English?
If you
since you grew up in politics, how many times do you see presidential candidates speaking English on campaign platforms?
They speak English when they have to.
And how many times they speak English?
They speak the language just at Amos or Central Regional campaigner on Cabrofu. Why? Because what's the fancy? Say Okonotin regional. Until one can say, so what I'm trying to say is that we are trying to find a way. People are not going to vote based on tribal lines, but on issue based. So the more we drum home, let's vote on issue based, on Obama Waka. But tribal that. Some way.
And I'm correcting you that there's nothing we've said here that is tribal. We are saying regions. I was saying NDC at 27% in Ashanti region. I mean, statistics. It is the reality of the voter turnout.
In any case, every election year be a post. I obey your say what's there? Should be butchy. Obviously, be out 20 business. Into other oil and pool. Much somebody my post. But more results about I don't say. Obi can last one before I go. Obi said man no ben no it is trying to look for one of the lives of Dr. Baumia Onyebi. Moment 2 pair. Nancy I want to carry with you and let's train allowance to wait here. Or no kwa.
Just school for what the people they show their messages. Nothing training. School for Nankata they showed their WhatsApp Momo messages are wait
no, wait here. After the time I can wait here no. I can wait here. It was after.
No, after the time no one chair. It was after the local chair. Yes. As of the time, no, the way channel, no, it was a lie.
Thank you.
But
You know,
they paid.
so in a second one, so now say also there, the whole of Africa, Ghana now yeah the only country awama students tablets.
I don't know that. I haven't
Sometimes,
verified.
sometimes, let's elevate the conversation. Obia Oti Ghana onto 24 hours economy as me blaming because penny panakasana knowledge review means cancellation. One man only no matter how you explain 24-hour economy to them, they will still not understand because what baby watching them no wait. Exactly. Papa you we are refusing to wait. Exactly. Me faru pa but e be something we chat e friend them allowance. I've educated you. In fact, I've educated your people that look when you say or more loan or you
the loan and the loan and cancellation are two different things. So what now be my loan and two different things. You loan you're supposed to pay, and then allowance is free. So you giving somebody's loan and you giving allowance is two different things.
So I'm canceling the allowance and replacing it with a loan.
The loan you're supposed to pay.
Of course. Why?
You are bringing us to the same place. So the allowance, cancel to replace it with the loan.
Man from home banker. Man from home because as a home bank.
No, don't threaten anybody here. Don't threaten anybody here. No. If you said that man found home, but don't threaten anybody.
What's a liar? What's about me like a liar? No, Momo, the amount cancellation.
I did not call by me a liar.
You said it.
Communication 101. Blah. I'll let Miss Yuki educate communication 101. Obi not say but me a lie. You know, I'm example. And I'm example. If you have maybe
so you supported him. You supported him so
like. If I support Maniland, they say do Maniland. I'm go back with the land, Pacho land. Pacho our floor land like I land.
Why would you not send your baby? I want taxi. Like normal.
No, but the point that he also wanted to make to you is that the Mama said he will cancel the allowance and replace it with a loan.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the loan is supposed to be paid.
Yes, the loan is different. The loan is the
now, our America on it. What is just free?
It's different between Ghana allowance and then America.
Bye. You go for today. No matter what you do, your mindset is so what
America no more mukodi yibiti no omukodi yibiti no yemfa nche mi bisa
I have to back with the local.
You are talking full stamps. Hold on. If you are before I go, please, let's clear this thing. Full stamp is different from education. Please, don't mix the two. Look, we are highly educated. We are highly educated and we have the opportunity to live abroad. Don't let us confuse these things. What do we do this?
Francis Mr. Gideon one in town so landing on Mombra.
Yeah, Auntie Bebre.
Yeah, just
now unim papa si oni Eric omufu say omu de ombeka no eno kwa na say ye fa na ba umia oye candidate and he is going to win and yema akufu ado aye eno so na ba umia gina oye campaign and then yema ono so mahama no ogina so aye campaign and yema oba aye oba be ye. You see the two things. Yahu Mahama pay ye papa President Mahama His Excellency Yahu no oba ye no ebi na woka ocha nursing training allowance mu say obemo loan. There's a difference between a loan and allowance. Loan you're supposed to pay, allowance is free. And you know no oba obeye. teacher training allowance now mutual muno and about me as otia.
Yeah, but I'm saying you say more money allowance so more economy because we can't keep giving freebies to people.
Obia ni decision, political decision omu make here, and omu make here, and omu digi vote, and omu buy and omu some betia. And when they say yo, any political decision. The same thing and a free education, and you'll be political decision. Said that you'll be can almost you enough free education, never on more than that. And so na kufuado and the base to free education and ne akwalabia or tiba bia na sabine mami ni bini papa ni bino. Otimi cost secondary school for free, including boarding house and even free food, 3 square meals, including atadium per day chankwalano. Ebi no kasi yes.
How we are short on 3 square meals because everybody and you. Not in every school, but I know there was no admit not in every school.
You call boarding house in Pueblo Horn where you see a gas oil, Mebuana. Who call boarding house? You see gas oil near Komaya and Katem Kwanya, like we went through that. And it said that it's a bio horn, it shouldn't be something new. So but anybody be enjoy free education with free food, with free uniform, with free boarding house one castle bet me boarding house for free. And you know Eric on the park was this on back can and your man and no kufu adwayeno and on the agent so I campaign. Mahamano wabe ye die obayeno and then one ye and a dance on no kufu adwabe a dance on ye papa baumia or no so obey. He is proposing a lot and ye no ye campaignia ye campaigni ama baumia say and your man and no kufu adwaye. And your mamma but Nana Kufu 3 subebrini that na make me see a few. And your COVID nearby ya and Nakufu Kamunya ni 3 so more that because he came with a promise. The promise need be no cash free education. Obey he delivered and the people are going to school for free. Also obey 1 district, 1 factory. Why one ambulance, 1 constituency. Why and your man the bigger partner Ghana near here if you make I say now your campaign against ambulance. Omukoji bebu okrompona ni yenche no krompona a problem. At a go 307 ambulance and a buy and no Ghana security or mass supply. At first in the history of Ghana when they taught 3 helicopters. Akufuadu ntimu boni 3 sono. Sanya mo nana akufuadu wayo. Helicopters 3 for police. Yo. Government bank Bahama Betnaho want to me provide me boy yanka.
Yeah, I want to talk cast my police before they are not giving him material penny.
Akufuadu was taught the same cast at the Ama police. Soldiers, one more a flat almost yama a military for any police. And Akufuadu na muboni trisono why he has done and he's going to be the best president Ghana Asia. And I'm saying they say one day, Yabeya Kufuadu status, Ediesiho Amankrofa Kotono, because some of these kids are no more fatherless and motherless. Our course school and maybe one university, be training colleges, no. And Yakufuadua, they will never make a show. Your point
is made. I say Yakufuadu, a statue. Am I the attraction? Good evening.
Sister Fia, good evening. What's your name, Kadia?
Leton can I want to say?
Boko, Sister Fia, and I'm not sure I'm not here at saying any more preparing for Madame Fubi, Niger Akabe, being Tina, brother Joseph Darko, and more preparing for Diheno on Niger Akabe, being Tina Maniaco, baby will be Sister Fia, Paul Boateno, I mentioned in Shiania, but I think I like him. Even though on the political bias, it appears he's driven by the data. On the amateur, he's putting his political biases aside and looking at the data and speaking directly to the data. I think that oftentimes it's difficult for people to speak to data. They sometimes want their emotions, their desires, their on the amateur to lead them, and sometimes you get disappointed a lot because you saw the facts, you knew where the facts were leading you, but you deliberately decided to ignore it. And it didn't come in, not mention, and I was really liking that he's able to separate his NDC-ness from the data. Oftentimes, it's not easy for researchers who have biases to do that. And for me, that came out very clearly. Say, this is a person the NDC, if they have somebody like that within their caucus, they have to take him serious and reach out and probably understand some of the things that he said he's been researching on. Intimifi said, if you can get more of him to come out, I think Sebebua. At the end of the day, like I said, it is not a race to the bottom. It is a race to improve both parties. If both parties are strong for Ghana, Ghana wins. If you go and vote and it is not one and it is the other, whatever outcome you're going to get from the other, at least Ghana is going to move a step forward. And whereas Ghana will go backwards. If you look at it from that big perspective, I think it's encouraging to have somebody like that come and share the perspective, or man. And I think it confirms some of what I have been saying all this while also. Say 2024 election, there are a lot of confounding factors. You see, the candidature of Mahama itself comes with a whole lot of different things. Election here difficult, NDC. If NDC was coming with a different, completely new candidate, I can assure you, sir, it would have been 5 times more difficult than for the NPP. Because
you disagree, Mahama NDC kakra.
I'm an MPP kakra in a way because
MPP
in a way because some of the different candidates nearby and Kebeman I MPP more. And I think that is the point for what he was trying to say. Not because say Mahama no say you need positive side, but election we are talking about the election in context of a certain time and of certain candidates. Election it's not just about what say Hobson Adoye was going on that same target, thinking that in Ghana we vote for the candidate. Yes, we vote for the candidate, but that percentage is small. Most people vote on party lines. And he was telling himself, I'm going to independent.
Yeah. He said that.
He was drawing to that line. Most people vote on party lines. So the party is the biggest element. But in talk of fact, ordinarily, because it's in the party structure, automatically that candidate get votes. Party, the personality now can also play a role. But what is predominantly the factor is the party line. Yes, anytime also can regional. Maybe it's another way of saying people vote on regional lines. You are putting it a different way. But those are the facts. Those are what the data says. It's not me conjecturing something. It's not him conjecturing something. This like an objective fact out there. And now who personality now any addition, any bonus, and they can come out and make me prepare. And then now say somebody's party is popular than the candidate. How will you interpret that kind of result? Because this underlying fact play out there. It's possible you can get that result where a party is popular than their own candidate or moderate to our party ticket. I think, sir, for what he makes for me, in some I can relate to most of what he was saying, and I can see where he's coming from. But of course, a researcher, political parties, they must not think research a free commodity be down. People put a lot of thinking, a lot of energy, a lot of work into it. Into a case of no releasing more. I'll buy into that. I mean, some law can 100% because they cannot just be free commodities. Election 2024 brings a lot of interesting dynamics, and researchers are beginning to see the confounding things in this election. And they are being careful about how they project these candidates.
Mamina, and Papa be do a chintino. Bra Francis, Mama, good evening.
Prime Minister Fia.
Adam Nazo.
That's next my father, Ghana. So if I would encounter topic on but Mr. Mamin fan film. Last week, my sister station UTV had a report to be by Efa Mamia Gomwa Hospital. Mukojana too, Uwe. Me Patricia updates Ben and Abao.
I don't have too much information on that. More politics because of elections, but I can check for you, no amount information. Why?
Okay, because on my Ghana is be afraid aircon. Anna okay, yamla and a topic in the so. This is the see and Casano. Your best is see a moment who say Ghana one. Ye free theory normal. It's a your practicals. See a 7 year amount for Yababe Kana GDP that 20 and down fine question. It's a no amount for should be moved. This amount for share practicals no a drum. Okojoma or Froka, how are Usito Norma? How was the expenses as a cost? and then dollar cost businesses and then say some man say most Ghana for say yes say say even do na no yenhwe political party some man bi and now things say some regions bi one man ka obeka so obi stronghold but and then no man omutimi pie be kasa say no say the normal kono enkoye maye enti say asa practicals and theory na satam theory the radio for beka the beto oh you say man penia you say and then you kasa man penia bibia obi tim tam the phone no akwa verify say e no kra na say ye no kre ba kane no na ye ni sa access no nti de ye beto ya som no eno na ye dey ye fa be ni nyankopon adom ene nyame adom o ka ya na yankasa ne atam ye phone na ye kwa akohwe nti si anu sa oh we are strong or ham fine e be wo ho in time to come no minim say side nya be kaka na to betwa se say most na no obi a hwe practicals no ekwa wo fa so wo manage Ghana economy no ekwa wo fa so ama importers ne sa no man say no na dia ehu hia ye eno ne ade ba kwa se hu ye pa nti sa omo research ne ye montungu no kre na mu dodo na no gina field no so se say field no so ana ehia
results no results ne ba ubehu se antisete de oka no Ghana for no ho nipa na kakra bi na hwe issues dodo na to party lines results be a baby bia wo de me no ka se fama ke ba bi ensio nka wo dem wo 2020 it was the same 2016 it was the same 2012 it was the same 2008 it was the same 2024 it was the same 2000 it was the same sa na be ye it be changing no na your generation way any omomudi e change just a change answer but for this one for the next 30 years voter region beto NDC Ashanti region beto NPP ain't change I'm telling you what they only made beto a results by ya can results no you see it sana
ain't change by for better ain't change by so better
me na make catch anti ahibia yeah what there's something that is feeding that. There's something that is feeding that dynamics.
Not to know that I won't pay any more.
Miss Yomoto no. And you mean I say about any man I am calling my family. But I'm saying say the reality of say the Ghana for not to abandon almost to the party lines. Yeah, but sir. Obani give your mama good evening, near Baba.
That's it.
Yeah, oh, microphone in yet. That make us say anyway you hear peace no cause hear peace na be more no ma emwa nti ye ni man cause we gina so ache they say dem mapo
ka
e ba kakra ba kolo bra Michael kasana mema mitagidi onye na yi ni yem but ye nti obra Michael
yo stay good evening
good evening
Otemeka
ya tun ka ba ya man dan o camera no ye nti o ti Yeti o.
Oh, okay. Stephen,
raise your voice, kakra so mami.
Yeah, person be say mo sir, your constitution. Is it allowed, say, the allegation at two be so, say, wa bogana chrono. Ama any panel. That's how my government position or operate here. Yes, it's Chanika, all right. And then the same time the Panisako court. I am to I are too forcing. Do you think some serious country be are too forcing will still be in a position? I
think I'm not the government position. You're not only government position.
But basically Chanika.
I said they go for to Obama. They go for to Obama. They are buying a man position. They go for not to Obama.
No, me committees or police that basically Janica. So committee
the allegation to so I am proving and can in parliament Anna.
But no, me by saying bank source country be Inka
Donald Trump so now he former president. He was still receiving his pay as former president.
My more example, governor, New York governor. Or the Nissan to about this issue. And the allegation to say, why we know? Your money resigned by force.
Yes, that's also all resigning. Now, me president, my former president Donald Trump. Yeah, the allegation 34 indictment.
Mami Joy, I think. What do you mean?
Oh, because I don't come back, baby, and then limited the money now network. Yes, sir.
What do you mean?
Me talk about way in back. Me see Donald Trump. Yeah, indicted of 34 counts. That's no GP.
Me too. Mami come down.
Okay.
Mami san come
down.
down.
Change your device. Hey, what I am about? Good evening, Aquaba.
Yeah, hello, sister. Hello.
Me talk about come and never from Kaka.
Me support na menye Steph ya.
Yeah, I'm part of come and never from Kaka. Yeah, they talk Kaka wa haba bra from Kaka.
Steph ya fo bi na me nte onka na me hwe.
Okay.
Me nte onka.
Okay, and I'm say device na yes. Sir, I dey. Abani give you good evening you.
Bye bye. What you mean?
Yeah, to nka kakra nya hwe be fa ne sa pa twenti o.
Hello. Yeah. Sir, you mean?
Yeah, to nka yes, me to nka.
They didn't can no, yeah, that's bebri or education o my debia. Na mini kamo honorable Ken Abaso. E wa ade a waye. E bi say nipa de nyina ye pomfom ye ho. Enti say wo abusuam na sentokwa kura siwa ye mfiri abusuam waye ade papa. Na de me ka me bona Abaso nso no. Kene Japo ye nyansafo papa. Kwa wiase say wo ye ade ahwewachi. O ma eda acheka ho. Say de wo ye no etwa sapa bi atwe ne ma ho. Daachi bia ne ma bi gina bibi mi se ope bibi Ghana fo be hunu. Me pa no to. Sisa ade a me pesa me ka ho asem kakra bi ye. Ahokyira Ghana ye komu a ye guso e ka ho asem. Na da bia me tati sa akrachifo ni mpanyimfo bebre betra radio so a. What this is one for ne wo hen. Baya na me dwene ho busa se abrochira ye we. Factory ye wo ha na yan wi se ejina ne naso no. Ebia no ye ebi 50 years 100 years it would mean ka say we see factory na within 8 years no production everything cost because edwakra ye die no we sha ase ansa na benya customers na enya adeketwa eno na nchen planting for food and job the person me kan wan san kakra bi die ntia me kan UK aye won your baby from Birmingham wholesale market me ko this if ya me ko he bayire pa eba ho Ghana bayire eba ho a na India fo ni Pakistan fo e na kire yen se we ye pona bayire eba ho no nya agro hanko o anka na to US Germany ba bia Ghana fo bia na bayire ye de ko enti so obi ka jem se aduane ni Ghana ye ha me ne se aduane ni nyina ho a nka be se ka ni tete na ne papam domfu ayenton eno ko sa market wa gare beans Ghana fo nuane ye de ba obi a wo abia busa obeka a we Ghana nuane e ba Europe a ene American ma enya asem ketwa edia mi busa se ti se nka sa nuane nyina se ne wo Ghana nka ye himfo ne bedi eti enyema bo wa ye adwuma na ye gradual process never nefa ba omia ansem no de ena mi masem ye kakra bi aka bibi se Ghana gold no opa obeya ni se de beya ye betutu no communities na himfo ne omo man no mufo no ede saa de na ye adwuma saa de we ya wo ton ni nyina no ekwo ni patrimu ni wo masum because ye ya tie kra no ye hu se gold no e wo ho e na se bi o China fo fi omu kromu betu ndi se obi ba no abeka tie se ye nya ye betu gold no na ye nya adwuma ye na sa aboa ye se ye fit achimama mu ye nya gold ayi bi wo ho na ye tu gold a ye kra tie brochie mu bebre be kwa akoye atu adwuma e se anu ye wu tu agisika gu botom ena ne kira eti no campaign na o ye onam fam a o ye se NDC fo anyai what they say ato force ye chidi na da bia ho na ato force no mo tete ho a
But are you saying say some more issues say omo we chante omo nka ba me campaign ti mo ja no mo omo support the oil na blindly
before we chant you they will say we court ho a ye court achi abobo wasem no ka wo betina radio tu na ka enu court ho court wo ye de mra
na so omo court I don't want this in penny for no court omo court so
I mean, I make us say, there's a one day on a Debiamoti for Moody Court upon your banner. There ain't no business here. Now, me, myself, my president Kenya, the NDC court now. Emma, woman, we need you, Roman, but you have a sister type. You may be as one more yen, woman, Christian, or one yen. And yes, sir, that dead Denny year, baby, be a storm, almost winter. Master man, without
you. You open in my end house, you see, and this phone call campaign, Mom, train my lose them, Mama, son, or my Becassa. Brahma, and check on microphone, they say, okay,
Yeah, I don't think
aha, perfect, yet on Kakasa.
okay. Also, me to me, now a question I may be so because also at 2 force no, so now can see a trouble man. I am pa. But also our committee so our parliamentar, it am basically trying to count. In the question is a Obia, your delegation too so who court all the time, and you are still doing government job. They say a final guilty is I said the way in here. Now, a che, what's about time basic? I got to ask how Ufanana.
There be no say no there. It has nothing to do with the parliament, Eduma. Parliament today, he's there because the chrome for to Obama. No, any allegation, and why we use to wear an allegation?
But
it's up to the attorney general to prove at the corner of the attorney. So no, and that's why they are in court.
Maybe because I think saying like I was saying, I said, I didn't catch NDC. I told you the
the rule is that he has not been convicted. Until he be convicted, he can freely do his work.
Oh wow.
For example, America, and yes, wow, say Ghana. America Donald Trump to or baby or pebia. He was he had a charge 34 counts near the bono. No, we have a bus answer then or GP. He was working.
No, he was when was a president, he didn't go to court.
Now to
become a former president too. Who's our other president to me? I'm finding court too.
But I'm still is it Matia how they focus on BB for and change. Missy focus on BB for and change where constitution
I said maybe some your constitutional one say mistakes will be better mistake
be convicted no opening how he has not been convicted a charge near the abono. That is why court then you must prove each charge against him. Proving he's free to collect any salary he collects.
Hey, wow, what a because I make an example because me can say I'm just give an example. I use I said New York governor or the Minister control about BCC so and I see the sexual harassment. The money also the trouble second the trouble man. By money you're resigning by force. You're depositing financing by force. And then go court. And then make us that's
how to force your van in some court to obey BATC.
Oh no, sir, about criminal allegation.
So you see, everybody is innocent until proven guilty. That is the law. America, Ghana. To prove anybody guilty, to me stopping his salary, to me he's innocent until he's proven guilty. That is the law in America. It is the law in Ghana.
Obey getting so. The bomb pass on your getting so. Yeah, obey getting.
Yankopon say you go na bomb pa ma ekre Yankopon.
They will obey getting so. Now say na mama ko sa bola konku am be so sa ambulance. Na Ghana for do me support this hard way. In ka double be gban ka ambulance ada ta anya ejuma. Amu ta anya ejuma. Say ka ambulance pass ambulance amu de buy. Ada ta anya ejuma. Obey getting so. Or sometimes we should Kasem NPP and then when it's NDP ni be bonia. Oh no, me support you. No, I'll never do that. So I do NPP ni bla. Me may do so take chase and the too. Any less my yeah, penny funny be no say I'm the gonna scan jam go too much. That's better to ourselves.
Yo, but my tell you am come for na ya bubo mu din so my boni mo for mu ntum ansa na ma be kan to for me
this is NPP ni bla na maka so ay boni. Me and NPP ni be control court. I said they be catch you. I said they be catch you. Everything be no because we are corrupt here. But be no court. Be no because we are money with no evidence.
Certain general am appointing you to for obi an court and just am pete undi obi abe court.
No, say your SP or your SP or SP no be able to the panel. Your SP or we have SP.
Eh o de kan wa se bo de we wa se na open ya umrem.
This dey via NDC for Kasa. I'm see 24 hours economy. I'm going to explain na NTC. Sevia, how can 24-hour economy be a government policy? In which way? What I know is a 24 hours economy. It's a private policy. They were all that. They were all that. I had difficult time this one to me explain. You know, I have private policy. 7 moment, you money, I told my money cost my and I may employ more workers. I come and I may do for 24 hours because I told my dear queen, mommy. I'll need more workers. Now, may spending the time. No, so me pump 7 o'clock, so many 12 o'clock, and many 1 o'clock. It have nothing to do with the government. America away, stay out to America. US, Target, big shops, they don't close, only 24 hours. You can say gas stations, go America now. They don't do 24 hours. If they want to do 24 hours, they go in for a private security. They don't go for police. I say, no company, no high police. So I'm guarding. They go for private security.
Inti therefore, what some say any feasible, me boy.
I don't feasible. I got that. It's never feasible. I explain. I don't feasible. I'm confessed anyway. I'm confessed. I'm confessed. I'm confessed. Be gas station man 24 hours.
You bring my come now. Tena me ma family, but I'm pacho katana. Why did not check?
And of course, Sister Fia, thank you once again for giving me the opportunity. And I miss some about 2 or 3. Mommy started first from you Canada, Japan, there now. Minian became. Sometimes, you know, you seem not be do be out here. Chilayana, you be my comment here. You just think, say, do we believe in cohesion? And do we believe in coexistence? And do we believe in forgiveness? And do we believe in togetherness? These are all things here. As Christians, as Muslims, you know, you preach it. And it's a unye leader. That's a leader, no, or believe we say, no matter your wrongs, no matter you are BBBR one, me per se, media me bridge, me togetherness and a cohesion in Burma. I don't think say a bonnet. A lot of people accuse President Nanado say, Untimin United, e be a Ghana. And especially within NPP, because I say be say on fashion and a president for fashion, and this has gone on. A lot of people Kennedy you can say at Kennedy chasing the elephant to the bush. One of the things he said NPP didn't go 2008 was division within the party. So if you have a leader in the person of Dr. Baumia, now all the issues you are equatorial about Nkofo dinner term and everything the Canada Japan mubeka one tesuo one yano or many nina with the aim we say you protected the sanity of NPP because such infractions and the course in Titsadia, men cafe, dear may biano, no matter your fault, yem bring you back on to our folder. Such person, NDC, you might be jealous about why say, ye canning in a any person, not still one day I was saying, yeah, Osia crocro nipan say on running chain. It means somebody who has the focus. What we say. Vote, you can vote, and nipa baako, and you can boom. Sometimes, and nipa ni bebre no mu betu adi wachi and a bema wini, but vote nipa ni vote so otomawa baako change, baako na ka ho na akoye mienu na baako akana miensa. Entine de ani say every vote matters in NPP. Enti ni team no, even those who or no believe say or more ye nkofo a be on be create confusion you can see say or ma tone it down. That kind of what team were coming in him or Bridget or BBR 24. Why are we not commending him as being somebody who personified unity?
Into us, for bringing everybody together.
And no ne adeɛ baako a ɛwɔ sɛ people should begin to commend him. So what Timmy look at the rancor as a government in power and a lot of people, about 10 people contesting. And now you now what Timmy ayama NPP mu all the fire no I died down. No, why are we not commending him? Say somebody who has protected NPP from a cancer implosion aftermath of the election. Now, no, yetimenya to the sense yetimenya Canada Japan. I'm gonna come back to NPP fold. I am thinking, say NPP so and there was here da oma we woman we Dr. Baumia yi woman team no. They should be commended. Say woman say everybody biano. This is not about faction. And let us look at the message even Canada Japan delivered on his birthday. Was it now we don't have Baumia supporters and Yeni Canada Japan supporters. We have NPP supporters. Okay. And very if we come together, we will be able to win the election. Me pacho makeno, but mami chance na me nkaba could be say, okay, be say, yam building the Dangotes in Ghana, which I support 100%. I don't have any disagreement, 100%. However, where my problem kakra one say, you cited example of President Mahama leaving office and signing agreement or give agreement and my process or my proceeding for about 4 years. The difference, say we NPP for now cause problem because they use it against NDC. Now almost buy and almost sign at the amount your friend is saying China for. There is a two different distinction here. Why am I saying that? Me refikakra, but the Sino Hydro project, a 15 years agreement and almost signed with the Chinese. Let us look at the impact of the Sino Hydro project. All the major roads in Ghana,
That's Ibrahim. Then we could have also been negotiated like that.
Yeah, but
at the time, that's Ibrahim. They are not 1 year or 2 years old.
Yes, me but what I'm trying to say is the agreement they signed with the Chinese, the impact, yentimi equate, to the agreement we signed or the former president government, signing with. I can't say.
It
is possible. It is possible. But maybe at that time now we're winning. Ebia one no winning a bid. We are wondering so when it and say I renegotiation whatever. Ebia baba be say baby and same baby. And we don't also have to forget to say Sadia Wenina Eco Parliament. Sorry, Eco Supreme Court. Emma Supreme Court in Di Emma Assembly Coma. Yedima ye root ya your friend is saying Ibrahim Mahama. So in a way I agree in principle. Say yantra na yam building the Dangotes in Ghana. After all, you see the ya dipita biya yenye problem. So sikane tiya manima eboa. But sometimes let us look at it. Dr. Baumia dear woman Sino Hydro project. Let us go to ye ebi no de Tamari interchange. Go to Sunyani the inner roads. Takrade any we
couldn't so have put all these highways into it. They contracted by your roadway.
It could have been renegotiated at least. So I'm buying. I agree in principle.
Because between Ibrahim and China, 15 years.
Okay, and no fast one echo and on the fast one echo. But at the end of the day, me sure say Ibrahim Mahama Diana can in principle na minum ye say ye embodying the local they can say entrepreneurs any problem. However, my position and my woman say in as much as they could have renegotiated and sometimes renegotiation of contracts sometimes ain't that easy. Okay. Maybe it could have been done, but renegotiation won't believe say we really contract while talk I go through all the processes. Even Brian Champo ye call say ye ntwamui. Maybe the state in two free say snake board and community minka say hula baru na bam kiebetwam. But to be another extent the work there they have done and the cost our incano so we could track contract at this stage ya judgment debt better so be allow the contract to continue.
Okay.
And in principle, no, we give so many misinformation to ourselves. And to some extent, no, it becoming a disservice to young cancer. You work for me, what's your benefit? Because we are not getting the real information. At the end of the day, no, all because of say your political season, you want to score political point. I personally see say there are a lot of things could have been smoothed well, and all along, like you said, you know, Brian Champon case he started before I think say before he even became a minister. And why I say yen to me say be you free say a very for money nebia a woman. Can't we also now not said you busamia? Can't you also improve it? So can you say let us try to increase the threshold and that's a bit but then you know and easy. And they say okay no it has gone through a lot of tender processes and they are taking from 2018 to now. Can you just immediately thrown away? It's not that easy. Until let us accept it. Let us also understand, say, at least when it comes to political dynamics, whatever, and not just because of some NDC, just because of some NPP, and because of that, I dare be a bit media bois or mine, yenina moan, moan, ne eguya. So a man na elusu.
You open my to say, Mamma say. Very well. Also, who agree in principle, so we should create dangotes, but it shouldn't just be because of your political interest being added, it should be based on say nipa no sik enye sika and for the beba. So me I still insist to say and kaya the Eston cubic box site ma Ibrahima onye bia eye Ghana na enya eye chance ya de be kwakoma China ni just because you force you benya highways room because and kaya betime negotiate Tamale interchange ni ade into Ibrahim contract and we could have done that, I still think that is where my position is. But Mamena Munyamase, Sana Mojani, and Jasu Median Bro, it's been heavily produced by Mr. Kojohansen, DOP, Dibedia, DJ or Black or Madaroma. But this is very important. See, I bet someone say, Siman say a conflict of interest. Well, Siman, not on your minister at the time of negotiation, not on your minister. On our NG time minister, NPP for the opposition, Yana Mapa Biamana. After the time that the deal was done, he wasn't a minister. What I say, I think that is the issue that they are coming. But in any case, I agree that sometimes we are MP because we're buying a tia kunya sunintino. It smacks of some sort of conflict of interest. But America for a law of your mukase must be actual conflict of interest, not just something that resembles something. So at the end of the day, it is very important. Say, TUC4 or board no so the back stops with TUC4. They were the ones who were supposed to have done the right thing so that we can get the right value for money. Yeah, no entry channel. You better to us be another time. But my mom, good evening. Now, Minda say no join you just media. So Yakopo ya the next week. You better to us another edition of just media. So this evening, the Munya say mo join my. Yeah, redo text message and part of sometimes. As well, I'm able to gloss over it, but forgive me. Thank you so much, and I'm joining you. Good night. Thank you.